Hello, everybody. What's up? Welcome. I have no guest for the regular Wednesday show today, and also I've got a lot of work to do, so I'm not really in chilling mood. I really have to finish this cover and a bunch of other work, so I thought I'd do a drawing stream today, and my regulars, AC and Nick and Chimera, have so kindly joined me today. So I have no idea how this is going to go. I'm just going to start inking this cover, which I'm halfway through, and just chat with you guys and catch up. So, hi, everyone.
Hey, everybody.
Chris, hello. What's up? Oh, I like your new avatar. Sumidori, hi.
I kind of miss Chris' old avatar, honestly.
Yeah,
I like
fish.
that.
I like the fish.
Yeah, it was cute.
Well, it's one of his characters, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, but the face that he was doing was pretty funny on this previous avatar.
Yeah. It's okay. We can vary it up a bit. Hi, Ryan Johnson. Hello, Thundering Gill. 24 Eyes. Hey, Northern Turbo. What's up? Yo. Cool. Yeah, I haven't done a drawing stream in a while. I've done like drawing recordings, but I haven't done an actual drawing stream. I have no idea like who's going to be interested, but apparently people like watching this, so we're just gonna roll with it and see. Yeah. Let's get to work. Let's see. I actually have Kaz and Eskull here. Oh, I posted Ragna earlier. But,
do you have any fiendish news?
Oh, the book is off to the proof is off to print. Not like anything super big, so that people haven't heard about. Yeah, I'm waiting for the physical proof right now. So I'm waiting for them to send that to me. Like everything is done, it's formatted, and the printer has it, so it's in their hands. But I'm doing a physical proof for the color book to be safe because I'm printing a lot more of them, and also color is you have to make sure it gets right. I'm not going to print like a giant palette of books and have the colors be off. So I'm waiting for I'm waiting for those to be in. But all the formatting is done on my end. Other than that, not really any big news. I'm just working on chapter 2. And I'm really happy with the progress I made on this cover because this cover has kind of just been sitting there for a while, wallowing. And I have been working on chapter 2 for weeks now, but it's been a lot of like revising thumbnails and revising layouts for the interior pages. So, but I really want to get this cover done as soon as possible, and like another handful of pages, like probably another 5 pages or so, just so I can launch a sign up and get like I need this cover done to sign up, and then I can get have the pages up, and then I can actually launch the campaign. I don't want to rush things, but I also feel like I should jump into this because I just want to keep things rolling. So yeah. Hey, Bleako's Rachel Ghost.
Hey.
Okay, I'm gonna start drawing now. So you guys do the talking.
How far are you into chapter 2?
I have, let me see. I'm out, I guess 10 pages? 10 pages-ish? But like the pencils are all done. But
Rough pencils? Pencils?
No, it varies depending on the page. I have like the thumbnails are all done. I actually know that's a lie. I still have like another like 8 pages where the pencils need to be tightened, and those are like the fight scenes. I left those for last. But inked and done, it's about like 9 pages. I'm working on a 10th page now. So, but yeah, that's where I'm at. So yeah. I'm trying a new style. I don't know if that's something that seems obvious or anybody can tell, but I've been trying to push the art style. I want chapter 2 to look better than chapter 1.
Well, when you say a new style, I feel like your characters look very much the same. It's more like you're inking and you're lighting.
Yeah, my structure is mostly the same, though there's some differences, but my inking has been too stiff, I think, and I've been trying to push my inking to be more organic and just have more motion. Like that's this whole challenge for me, because I think naturally I'm very technical about things, and I used to spend forever trying to get each line perfectly straight, and I'm trying so hard to break away from that. So I think I found something that I'm happier with in chapter 2. And I think I've improved on my structure work as well. So honestly, the details look a little different, but it's mostly the inking that's different. Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff I've been working on, but I think chapter 2 is going to look a lot better. And I'm pretty proud of it. It's just a lot of work. It's 73 pages, people. That's why I'm like, yes, I've been working on the pencils for like 2 months. It's 73 pages. I'm nuts.
Did you say 72 or 73?
73.
Of interiors, or are you including the cover?
It's interior. I'll have like extras. I know it has to be multiples of 4. I have extras in the back. To pad it out.
How many?
Yeah, for some reason.
How many pages of the actual comic are there going to be on the second issue?
73.
Oh, okay. I thought you said that was including the extras.
No, that's story pages. Yep. And I wonder if there's some stuff I can cut, like the blacksmith scene. I've been thinking of cutting that, but I felt like that was so much fun, like getting to walk around town and stuff for a few pages. So,
well, you could do a bonus story as a stretch goal.
Why would I? No. No. A bonus story?
Yeah, or just add a few pages, or a chapter 3 preview as a stretch goal.
No, I don't like the idea of like if I don't plan on the story thing being there, then I just like shove it in there. Too like the extra 4 pages I did of Ragna for fuck, my Photoshop is being stupid. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to restart it. For chapter 1, when I did the extra 4 pages for Ragna, that was like it fit the story. I was introducing her, or I was pushing out like a introduction for her from chapter 2, but I don't like shoving in pages when they're not necessary. I try to be as concise as possible with my storytelling, because I'm not a fast artist. I don't want to waste time. I want to get the story done.
We have a comment in the chat. Phil says he sees no bust with Ragna.
You don't see bust?
I happen to agree, and I would like to share my additions. Here's what you could improve on. I'm sharing screen.
I can see the thumbnail done. I'm not going to share your screen.
That's okay. Okay, I'll just,
Thank you, Irene.
do this.
Premier the artist, huh?
Well, it's been a while since I took a look at your because you don't actually script out your story. You kind of have like you have like your thumbnails and you put your kind of script alongside it. And so I was like reading that. It's been a while since I've seen that, but like I don't know. Like I remember I didn't particularly like the blacksmith scene, although I know that Nick really liked it. And I'm trying to remember like how it fit into your story. I mean, I can talk to you about it like later, but like I don't know. I guess I'd have to like revisit it to actually see like, is that actually cuttable?
There we go. I changed my avatar. So here's what you need to fix. Just make the boots just a little bigger. There you go. Found a way around it.
Thank you, Chimera. I appreciate your astute and very well thought out and deep critique.
Oh, Alex is just saying post it in Discord. Yeah, I'll just do that.
I mean, like, that doesn't even make you... The drawover you did was essentially you just want her boobs not just be bigger, but it looks like they were saggy. Like, why would you want them to be saggy?
They're better, Irene.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. I guess that's what Chimera's into. I mean, I'm not gonna judge.
Isn't that the opposite? What you just did?
True to say. There we go. All right. Sorry, my Photoshop was being dumb. Let's actually get to work now. All right. Yeah, I think the blacksmith scene could probably be trimmed down. There's a lot of, it's like not super necessary. I wanted to, sorry chat, this is stuff that it's not super spoilery because it's like out of context, but what I wanted to establish were like the shadow rays and light rays in that scene, but I think I could just like condense that real quick because it's not like the blacksmith is a super important character.
Eric is saying, tell Irene to look at my pirate queen figure for reference. Is that on Twitter? Because I don't know.
This stream is going to be devolving into Chimera just sending porn links to your chat.
Yeah.
No, Eric is an actual artist. I don't know what he's referencing.
Unlike Irene, you know, who doesn't know what she's drawing.
I'm not an actual artist, right? And I particularly don't know what I'm doing with women. Actually, I have a lot of problems drawing men still, I will admit. Like, I've been told that I do fine, but it's a struggle. Like, I really had to work hard on it. But I think that's really common. Like, women tend to have more problems drawing men, and men tend to have more problems drawing women.
Tends to be the norm, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I've been doing so much work on anatomy. Just, like, muscles piss me off so much. It's like, I know the basis of where everything is, but I feel like what I've been doing with my art for a long time is I've been falling back on crutches too much. It's like, this is a standard face. This is like the standard build and like the standard way to do lines. I'm just trying to actively think about everything I'm doing more, you know, and that's how you get motion in your art. That's how and that's something that you have to do with muscle, because what was so hard about drawing musculature was it's different for every person. So it's like which muscles you accentuate for every character has to be different, and that just drove me crazy. And especially it's like, yeah, I can draw arms, but like what about back muscles? And it's super complicated, and I don't know what I can draw a skeleton like by heart, but muscles are a struggle for me, and reference helps, but I want to get better at it. But
yeah, same. I honestly I cheat a lot in my artwork. I shouldn't be exposing it. It was like I cheat a lot in my artwork where I'm like, I know what the silhouette of a muscly body generally looks like, and then I just kind of fudge the details so that nobody knows how little anatomy I actually know.
Oh, we all cheat.
What?
Huh?
Sorry, what? Oh no, I was just saying we all cheat.
Oh yeah. I need to revisit my anatomy books.
Yeah, I really like the idea that Gustavo had for his anatomy, since he's constantly, you know, he's always doing his pinup girls. He has this wire maquette character, and he actually sculpted an accurate muscle structure on it, but made it out of plasticine. So that way he can actually adjust his mannequin and push and stretch the muscles every now and then to account for whatever pose he's trying to do.
No wonder he's so good. Oh.
And so the thing is that he actually color coded the different muscle groups.
Yeah.
So that way he's at a quick glance he can always kind of know the silhouette and how they would work.
That's brilliant.
I want to do that. And it's like just doing it by hand also is a good exercise to start memorizing it, because you start getting it through muscle memory of just like when you feel it, it's a little bit different because it's it starts getting ingrained in your head.
If you guys haven't been led to his art pages yet, it goes by Kaijin Man, Kaijin Man, and he draws really pretty girls. So y'all should check him out if you haven't.
All of them always covered in oil or wearing bikinis.
This chat would like that.
I kept
right.
wanting to commission him to draw one of my Pathfinder characters that was deformed or something, just to see how he would do that. But then it's like, since he does so good on his Patreon, just getting him to do a commission is so expensive. So it's just out of my price range to really actually hire him.
Yeah, he's become quite popular.
Yeah. I actually told him that I'm not sure if it's because I hang out with him and sometimes talk about Dracula popsicles, or if he's actually showing up that much. But like when I do searches of like anime or like video game characters, he started to show up more and more in my searches. Like
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah, I was telling him that, but he's always just very dismissive. It's like, oh no, it's probably just because you have me as a contact, whatever.
No, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, oily pinup girls will do it. I mean, honestly, if I was smart, I would have just started out drawing nothing but oily, hot people, and then I'd be super famous right now, but I didn't, so.
Speaking of, well, not really speaking of which, but isn't there a Goblin Girl crossover cover or something?
Oh, yeah.
We're not revealing that yet, Chimera.
Well,
Ooh, well,
That'll be for some other time.
Okay, well.
Jesus Christ.
He
Yeah,
said
what?
it on
Nothing
he
happened?
said it on my show.
Oh, okay.
I was just repeating.
I'm trying to get him on my show too, but he's been busy, I guess.
Yeah.
Draw them.
Yeah, he's
Drawing
still funding.
Yeah.
Let me link it. Goblin Girlfriend. Oh wow, he's almost at 10K.
Yeah, that's yes. There is a thing between Fiendish and Goblin Girl that's going to be happening. But that's another thing I'm working on. That's also why I'm swamped.
You should
This,
show some of those secret things over on our private chats sometime.
What? Which?
I say like a creeper.
Right.
Hey,
You should show oily Goblin Girl drawings in the private chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will.
Aside from the fact that it's just Boop Dan's goofy designs, really fun to also see each of you guys' styles. I also would love to see the adjustment of body proportions and how those will also fit in.
Well, I have seen what Dan has done, and of course what he's done is fucking amazing. Like he's made Ragna it fits, it's perfect. We're also saying it's really a coincidence that Ragna and Goblin Girl basically have the same coloring. So that's just a huge coincidence to sort of really fit. But I mean, he draws like busty hot women all the time, so it's like totally perfect for him. But Goblin Girl's been a bit of a struggle for me, but I think I can make something good. I think I got this. I will reveal that later. Not ready for that yet. I'll reveal that when Dan comes on the stream.
All right, well,
Yeah, I'm just checking the stream I had with him. He didn't show it on stream. He showed it before the show. So
Yeah.
So I did apologize.
You did. That's Chimera, everybody. Spoiling shit.
Let me find if I have. I think he sent it to me. Let me just ruin that. I'm gonna show it.
I'm not gonna share that.
Well, that's the best part. I can just change my avatar.
You want to get cared? Do it and see. No, I just like if he's not ready to share yet, I don't want to. It's his project.
So you're doing a lot of commissions?
Also just like not a lot. I've got the Goblin Girl thing. I've got one other thing. I'm doing something for PTP. Gosh, I need to update him on that. Yeah, that's another indie comics creator.
Patrick Parnell. He does Johnny Phantasm and Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I meant to pay Irene for a print for SOS Volume 3, but I spent it on Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Priorities.
Paid for Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
Yeah, booster boxes. I got Dawn of Majesty and some other booster packs.
Wow, I didn't expect you to actually pay for them. All right.
Well, it's
He has no
Yu-Gi-Oh.
choice now.
It's Yu-Gi-Oh. I made an exception.
Exception.
They're paying for stuff. I gotta say, I am shocked.
I just paid Canales and I paid Preston Acevedo for a piece.
This hair. I want her hair to look really awesome as well. I'm trying to.
Well, yeah. I got my Blue Eyes White Dragon graded by PSA, so I'm going to try and flip that on eBay.
No idea what you're talking about.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay.
See, this is how I feel when you talk about Pathfinder.
Okay.
Speaking of Pathfinder, I'm trying to decide what to draw here. I guess I'm kind of running with one thing. The thing is that so I kind of want to draw from our YouTube stream game, Acadia covered in bat poop.
Oh, you're drawing something from our Pathfinder streams.
I wanted to make a doodle. The thing is, like, I usually work on my computer, but I cannot work on my computer while I'm on a stream. Just won't happen.
Dear.
So I'm like, yeah, I'll just doodle something. So I'm like, should I draw Acadia covered in poop? And I ended up drawing Chris's other character now that he's joined our offline game. Because he had some great moments.
Mostly
at, like,
dying, but yeah.
Being at, like, 0 or 1 strength and, like, being unable to move.
Yeah, that's rough. And it's his first off-stream character too. He handled it like a champ, but that was rough. Yeah, so chat, basically, for people who know Pathfinder, his character took so much strength damage. We're stuck in a swamp fighting an eldritch monster who barfs swarms. It was not fun. And also there was a ton of, like, psychological damage and, like, this I forgot what did all the strength damage in, but we fought an eldritch monster and rat swarms and then giant spiders and a creature controlling the spiders all in quick succession. It was Oh, it was the swarms. Okay, so the swarms had, like, strength damage. It had poison and strength damage. Oh, it was like the spider swarms. Yeah, it was infested rats and then also spider swarms and then also eldritch monster and then giant spiders. Anyways, so his character took so much strength damage. He had, like, 1 strength left, not the score, like the actual strength number.
Modifier the actual score.
He actually had one.
Oh yeah, the score.
Yeah, he was, and that was after actually resting. He actually got to 0 and went comatose.
Oh yeah, it was. He got poisoned so bad he went comatose. It's not a great experience for your first character, but I don't know. Maybe someone actually has had a worse experience with ability damage than me at this point.
Remember, that had already happened. Danielle's character, remember, he actually was the one that took the most poison damage we have ever had.
What was he, negative what in strength?
His character got attacked by a giant tarantula, and the guy's a barbarian, so he has high strength, and this thing actually composed him. And the poison kept eating away at him. So he was at negative 31 strength by the end of it.
Negative 31?
Yeah, this character actually died and then came back from the death, so that explains why.
I'm really glad
I didn't know it was that bad, dude.
Yeah, it was terrible. Like, he was...
Holy
the
shit.
prospect was that unless he was able to find a good way of doing something about it, it was, multiple days of just being comatose, just trying to come back to consciousness.
Right, and then he basically died, and we made a pact with an evil goddess to actually bring him back to life.
Yeah, and then he proceeds to immediately die again, but that's another story. I'm not very happy about it.
Not either.
Oh, it's complicated. Damn, I didn't know his strength damage is. We're just gonna be going and talking about Pathfinder now, chat.
Okay,
That's what happens unless you guys direct questions at us. We're gonna just talk about Pathfinder.
Yeah, Blingo. Yes, he did get to come back. We have to get around to Blingo's game again. We're running like 3 different games parallel with each other at a time, and we haven't gotten to Blingo's game in a long time.
Well,
Yeah, we
especially
haven't
when
forgotten
players
about Blingo.
sometimes go for the lower level adventures so we can ease them in. I mean,
We'll get back to Blingo eventually and see if anybody's actually willing to bring him back.
I mean, if Chris got this kind of a welcoming committee for our low level adventure, imagine bringing him over to like our higher level ones.
Sorry. Sorry, chat. Headphone warning.
Yeah, I took that one. Yeah. Lisa.
Yeah, Blingo, we haven't forgotten about you. It's just we haven't even gone back to the campaign in months. We're simultaneously playing like 4 different campaigns. It's all in the same world, and it's like sometimes characters will, it's all in the same continuity, and sometimes characters will cross over between campaigns, but we're playing like different modules. And it kind of started out depending on, different people had different availability. Then we had new players, so we wanted to start them out at a lower level that was easier. And just people started not showing up. So our main campaign where Blingo is in, we haven't gone back to it for a long time now. But it's not that we don't want to.
So death doesn't mean anything in Pathfinder. You can just resurrect them.
At high levels,
no.
But we're not at that high level yet.
Yeah, you can resurrect characters in D&D and Pathfinder, but it's very, very hard at low levels. So we've had characters die at low levels up until I think level 4 was our first character death. And at that level, because to revive a character, you need either really powerful spells or a lot of money. And it's just, your character isn't going to have access to that unless you're just born rich, right? So you die at lower levels. But right now we're approaching level 8 or so. And that's around the time when, low level resurrection is possible and you have some more options. So it depends on where you are at in the game.
Yeah, and then again, it's like it's at higher levels you also start encountering things that just insta kill characters.
Right.
So being able to have more forgiving mechanics for those that can spare it makes it a bit more doable to even play the game at such high tiers.
Yeah. It was villains or just foes. I don't know if villains is the right word, but death effects are really common, and it's like if you don't make one save, you're immediately dead. But after, I don't know what level exactly, it depends, but you start getting access to immediate resurrection spells. So it's like if you cast a spell on a dead character within the one round of them dying, you can resurrect them, or then you slowly get access to within a day you can resurrect them, and then it costs a lot of money, but it gets easier as you level up. So how it works. Yeah, we've had characters, and it also depends on in world how many people give a shit about your character.
Yeah, unfortunately, not a lot of people give a shit about Blingo. He didn't really come back as undead for a while. He's been all over the place in terms of that.
So if I
technically has died already, and he's been walking around as undead.
Yeah.
So if I understand correctly, you dropped a module and went to another module.
We didn't drop it.
Yeah, it's just that since you talk about it availability and other situations, it's more like we just put it on hold. But I have all the notes for them, and we sometimes, depending on what happens, or people are ready, or sometimes the story finally crosses to a point that we've been waiting for, then we're just gonna pick them up or just switch between depending on who can actually play that week.
Oh.
Yep.
Or sometimes something has happened that we sometimes have just very stressful sessions, and we sometimes just kind of make small modules or particular campaigns that might be something to just de-stress and have more just something more lighthearted.
Yeah,
something more lighthearted before the eldritch monsters come in.
Yeah, well, that's a good while though.
It's just okay. This is how things go. First of all, in case you haven't been able to tell from our Pathfinder streams, what would normally take most people like 1 or 2 sessions takes us like 10 because we role play so much. But also,
It's also just really chill. It's just like, I'm gonna go eat pizza or something. I don't know. It's just not. It's not in no hurry.
Yeah. We don't like to rush through storylines, you know. But
role play is a
also.
bit more.
Yes, we like to, because that's the point of, that's why I like Pathfinder, because I feel like it helps me write characters better. It helps me get in the head of characters.
Yeah.
And Pathfinder is superior to D&D in what regard?
I like that there are just more options. It's very similar, but the systems are different. In Pathfinder, you can customize your characters more.
Yeah, it has that more modular kind of system to build or do anything. Whereas in D&D, it's a benefit for a lot of people that it's a lot more simplistic, and most of the things that you mean kind of in D&D rely on a system that is the advantage and disadvantage system. So it's like, you do anything that would give you an advantage over an enemy, it's not gradual and it doesn't like change. Like any stipulation, immediately just roll with advantage, which just means that you roll with 2 dice and you pick the better. If anything makes you have a disadvantage, you just roll with 2 dice and take the worst. And that's just for everything. So the problem is just like, as minute as your tactical advantage is, it's equatable to just having done something supernaturally great.
Yeah, it feels very like instant gratification, but I think Pathfinder allows for more realism in its mechanics.
Yeah, I never really thought about the advantage aspect. Pathfinder, we basically never use advantage.
Yeah, on some rare occasions where I feel like, it's a character like really would be that have that big of a leg up on a situation, that can be like a cool thing to get. And there's some mechanics that use it, but they just never call it that. I wonder if it's like they don't want to connect it to D&D on that.
I know, like you have like lucky and other traits or like once a day things where you can use advantage, but it's pretty rare.
Yeah. So yeah, for people that like more crunchy systems, it's just like more in depth and like make it so like if you're tactical, you can actually just like stack things like, oh, I will take the high ground on this combat. Also, I made a point to like make a trick and like blind the opponent. I also told them like it's lion and I'm also flanking. So it's like all that in Pathfinder starts adding up instead of just making a flat status, because then it makes you stop trying in D&D. It makes it faster, which is useful, and it makes it easier to teach people. But I think it also promotes the lack of innovation from a player's perspective, because they don't really need to try that hard,
right?
At least on that respect. So I think those are like the big 2 advantages that I like the most, is just how modular it is, both for like characters and like situations, because like every freaking thing in Pathfinder has rules for it. You don't have to. Improvisation gets to be minimal because there's systems for everything. And then the second one is that I really do like how it differentiates things from another, and so it's like it can be said like it complicates the system, but also in a way that it benefits players to actually like experiment and try different things.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Pathfinder D&D is more like streamlined, I guess, and more accessible, especially we're talking about the newest version of D&D, like 5e, not like the original, because that's totally different.
We're also talking about Pathfinder First Edition. We haven't really played Second Edition at all.
Yeah.
I keep wanting to look through that rule book and see how much stuff in there I like or how much I dislike.
All I know is like they have this weird resonance thing. I don't know. I don't know. I like 1e. I watched videos on 2e and I kind of just didn't get it. I was like, why do you have to change that? It didn't seem like stuff you had to change.
To be fair, I watched a good number of streams for just regular D&D, and just because I'm so used to Pathfinder stuff, I'm constantly just like, wait, when is it that you can even like not do things? Because nothing seems to trigger an attack. You can just kind of like do anything in front of an opponent, it doesn't matter. But then randomly I'll just sometimes hear it, like, oh, that provokes an attack, like once in a blue moon, and I can't tell the difference.
Yeah, What I distinctly remember, at least, maybe this was, I've only played one D&D game.
Oh, that's
but-
right. You did. I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, I did play one D&D game, and I've only played one. I don't know if this was like a house rule or something, but I distinctly remember, a big difference was, so in Pathfinder, every turn, like during battle, every turn your character is one move action and standard action. Right? You can move or hit, or like hit twice if you have enough, or move twice if you have the ability to do so. Anyways, not going to complicate things. In Pathfinder, you have to move your full range and either attack at the beginning or end. You can't move half of your range, attack, and then keep on moving. But in my D&D game, they let you do that. In Pathfinder, you have to get feats, and you have to work your way up to being able to move and then attack and then keep on moving your full movement speed. But in D&D, we started level 1, and they just let us do that. I was like, this is making things so easy. It's not like, I felt like, yeah, it's easy, but I like to have to work my way up to like abilities and stuff. I felt like it wasn't as rewarding. Like it was chill, but I was always like, I could just half pay attention to the game. It wasn't, I didn't have to like with Pathfinder, it's like I plan out my level ups, and I'm like, okay, I want this ability, I want this character to be this specific build, so I'm going to plan, like, have this character work in specific, like, work towards these feats that will stack on each other to build up to this great ability that I want, and then I'm going to role play the character to feed into this ability, so it makes sense role playing wise. And I like that because I play it for the sake of role playing and building a character. I don't want it to be just easy. I'm not here to just have the game make me feel like, oh, you're so good at shit.
To be fair, I think that, like, with D&D, probably the same thing. It's like class abilities are probably like, in this kind of work similarly. But it is kind of weird to see the level of freedom that people have from like level 1. And I have encountered some Pathfinder players that are actually impatient with the system itself and actually homebrew it with a thing called like elephant in the room rules to just like completely get rid of like feats and abilities that are just like not flamboyant and assume that it has it so that they can just get to the cooler stuff that they want.
Oh, that's how they want to play. It's cool.
Yeah.
I don't like playing like that. Hi, Jason.
Hello.
What's
Hello.
up? Hey.
Hello. You're gonna role play somebody using their disabilities? What?
What?
You
What
just
about
said role.
disabilities?
She said she's gonna role play using disabilities. That's
I
what you said.
Oh no, I was
Disabilities?
saying no, I was saying
It's a
that
very inclusive game.
it is inclusive.
Very inclusive.
No, I think I said abilities. Like it's about, because as your character levels up, you can add abilities to it, just like a video game. So in Pathfinder, there's more incentive to, like, because you start out with less and it's harder to earn these abilities, that you can, you're more incentivized to like focus on, okay, I want this ability 10 levels from now, so I'm going to like plan my path to this ability, and you can like role play it as well. As, for example, if I want my character to be able to, I don't know, do like a spinning helicopter kick, which I have had characters do, and you can like work your way up to that, and it's like, okay, I will role play this. So all this time for weeks and weeks, my character is trying to do a helicopter kick, but he can't do it. But finally, at this level up, he gets this feat, and then he can do a helicopter kick. So I just, I feel like it's more rewarding when you have to work for things.
I agree.
I like pain that way.
There's also I think one of the ones that I heard come up a good number of times is, especially around comics people, is that everybody wants to be able to have characters that do the fastball special. So everybody wants to have the little guy that gets tossed around like Wolverine and starts smacking people around.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a fun little thing. It's like, it's a fun little gimmick. So it's not unusual for someone to want to make a quotation marks like Giant Slayer, the little characters that are big damage and can specialize against fighting anything that is bigger than them. So that tends to be a common combination.
Yeah, I was thinking I was being so original.
You are original.
Nothing is original.
That's a very original thing to say.
Thank you.
It's not. It's really not.
I have a. I usually don't build small characters. That's more AC's thing. But I do have like a gingerbread man barbarian.
That's
Great.
pretty funny.
Awesome.
Did you ever see Shrek? The Shrek movies?
Yes.
Don't drop buttons.
I might have
I
been
think
subconsciously
the voice-
thinking about.
Yeah, I think he based the voice on him.
We actually probably made a few references to that movie.
Well, in
Yeah.
Shrek 2, there's a giant gingerbread man.
Yeah.
His voice is like this in the game, but he's less than 1 foot tall, but he fights with a giant baking mallet, and his bedroll is a baking mitten.
Yeah, he made him a barbarian. It was awesome. He was like,
Yeah.
yeah, Irene usually doing all the damage in our games.
I do like doing damage.
I can see that, yeah.
Oh yeah, can you?
And I like that it was because he was so tough, it actually became a constant danger to him because of being so tiny that he would actually keep dropping enemies and then have to just like dodge out of the way as they all fall so that he wouldn't be pinned under them.
Yeah, because to hit people, he's so small, he doesn't actually threaten the area, so he has to be in the same square as the enemy. So he basically would jump on people and bash them in the head, but then as they fall over, he would have to save to not be crushed. It became like a very different kind of
Well,
gameplay.
If he's strong enough, can he just like bench press him off of him?
It's not that
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah.
You can try.
Yeah, he can, but it's like the bigger it is, the more strength he has to use, and the more time that it kills out of the combat that he could be running around. But also,
Very true, very true.
again, he was smaller than everybody, but he was also dropping things that were bigger than everybody else. Like when that giant monkey came over.
Oh shit! Yeah, that was like a large character.
Yeah, that thing dropped Yvonne's character in one round, and so it was. And I think everybody else was like toxic, under the effects of toxins and like passed out on the floor. So it was all Irene's little gingerbread man just trying to kill that oversized monkey.
So Nick brought over this. That was an MTG thing, right? Or was it a Monster Hunter thing?
It was a Monster Hunter creature.
Yeah, it's this like rainbow-colored monkey. That. Oh, by the way, Norin, sorry I didn't answer you. Yes, I'm inking a cover. Let me zoom out to show you
What up,
guys.
Norin? Hail the chat, by the way.
Hail the chat!
Hail the chat.
What's up?
Hail.
Hail, hail, hail.
Hey, yo. Here's the cover.
Ooh.
There you go. So Nick brought over in our module that was supposed to be like a fun little circus module, cute little characters that devolved into fighting a cult that was murdering people around town. This is what always happens, guys. So Nick will tell us, oh, you guys need to relax. Let's play like a chill module that's more fun and more relaxing. And then it just devolves into something horrible. And we're solving murders and fighting like giant monkeys and poisonous monkeys and stuff. So he brought over this monkey from Monster Hunter, who's like this rainbow creature with like that eats mushrooms and that has, I'm not kidding you, poisonous farts? Was that right?
It's better than internet gas. So
I don't know if it's better actually. It was
Yeah.
pretty horrible. But we had to find
Well, better.
this thing.
a little better.
So
More better.
Jason, you
It's so
played.
mature.
Jason, you played D&D.
Yeah, I played it since I was like, I don't know, when it first came out, like the first edition first came out, the red by all the way till I was like 22, 23. So we played for a very long time, but we really mainly focused on second edition. But I just I started hanging out at pool halls and bars and getting laid, so I stopped playing D&D. Yeah.
That's why I stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually,
Someday we'll also get there.
Yeah. No, I like hearing
Wait,
people
what?
talk about it. It's fun, but I just don't play it anymore.
Someday women will also start playing D&D and Yu-Gi-Oh.
Well, she's looking nice so far. I like her hair.
the Yu-Gi-Oh!
Thanks.
The Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan base. I think Konami put out a statement that you have to shower before you show up for tournaments. So, but yeah,
Oh, they should-
wash your fucking balls, please.
Please.
Do that for every convention. Just like
Or-
odor
No,
check.
I don't see
Bring
any
some-
women playing Yu-Gi-Oh. I just,
Yeah.
yeah.
Bring some baby powder with you or something.
Just have like
freshen
a
up.
packet of baby powder.
Yeah, freshen up.
Hey, they should do that at. Oh God! So at New York Comic Con, they would give out care packets, and I was like, okay, they have like hand sanitizer and like a water bottle, and it's it's cute and it's really cute, but I'm like, oh, and they have like mints and stuff, and just like stuff that you need. It's really nice. I think Comixology puts it together. So every New York Comic Con, every table gets a care package. I was like, you could use like baby powder and some deodorant as well, guys.
Yeah.
I'll take that over the mints. So people really need that.
I
Yeah,
just
usually-
wonder if people would actually like be more grateful or be more bothered by that. It's like I definitely know, like I would also appreciate it, just saving myself the having to buy the deodorant for the trip. But I do wonder when people fight this and like be offended or something.
I don't know. They already have like mint and like hand sanitizer. Like people know cons are filthy.
Yeah, it's real. I went to MegaCon, Dragon Con. I'm really glad they made me wear a mask because when I took it off, I'm like, oh God, what's that smell? I'm like, oh, it's people.
It's humans.
I'm gonna put this mask back on. What the fuck?
That's people smell.
It's horrible. So I stay inside.
Well, the cosplay chicks. The cosplay chicks were the only reason that con was great.
Of course.
I haven't been to a con in a long time. What was that?
How long before COVID has it been for you, Jason?
How long since your last con, Jason?
Oh, me? Wow. Local ones, before, just like maybe a year before COVID, but like 2019, I guess. But that's local, like a major con, decade probably more.
Oh damn!
Yeah, I can't drive, so it's more of a trip to like, hey, ma, want to go to a convention? You know what I mean? And I feel bad she's got to drive all that way, so I just kind of skip out on them.
Right.
But I mean, she would do it. She loves to do stuff like that, but I feel bad. So
Yeah, we would also rely on either friends that were actually going to the convention and carpool with them, or go with Greyhound buses
Or Mega Bus or something.
Right? Yeah, that's the name of the other one.
yeah, I'd have to take time off of work also. But for the Greyhound buses and friends that go to cons, all my friends were like in Florida. I lived in Florida for 10 years, and I moved back to Ohio, and pretty much all my friends were like the bar friends and stuff that didn't collect comic books or anything. So one is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. No, it's okay. I don't mind. Plus, I met a lot of cool people on the lines here, like all of you. So I have my comic friends there. So
Let's go to MegaCon next year. Next year, Jason.
that sounds good, man.
MegaCon is cool.
I'd also rather be an artist at the con rather than just go. So
Oh, I hate going when I'm not tabling. I'm never doing that again.
I had a hard time finding people. It took me forever to find Patrick Parnell and Murph from War Party.
well, that's cool. I like
I was able to find Jay Lee because he's
he's Jay Lee. I really need to find Sam Keith, mainly because I have Darker Image #1, black and white with the silver foil, signed by Jim Lee and Rob Liefeld. I'm only missing Sam Keith, so I need to get his signature on that, and my life will be complete.
There you go.
Yeah. I've done like a couple of cons that was just walking around. It's just never a good experience. I think San Diego, that was the wrong decision. Because I don't give a shit about celebrity signatures or panels, or it's like I can find out. I can just ask around my friends and find out about stuff I want to know behind the scenes. And this, I don't do the whole celebrity thing. So it was just a whole lot of squeezy. I only care about. I'm there to see the artist.
Yep.
And then first of all, San Diego has a tiny artist alley, and then getting anywhere in the con was so hellish. They had this long convention hall that's like, it feels like it's a mile long and it's narrow, and it's about like it's like half the population of New York City piled in there. That's what it feels like, and it was just like squeezing between people. It was like almost a crowd crush was my experience, and it was horrible. It was like, I'd rather be tabling. It's like, first of all, I'm making money, and I'm working, I'm drawing, I get to sit down. It's just I don't enjoy being in crowds and like fighting people.
I was fortunate. Go ahead, come here.
I was gonna say I waited 30 minutes to meet Robert Patrick from Terminator 2.
Nice.
And then I almost missed William Shatner, but I found him. Someone was nice enough to drive me to Dragon Con that day.
Yeah, I've been to San Diego Comic Con one time back in '92. So back when it was all about the artists, and that like it was all about the comics and not so much the actors. And even Jack Kirby's birthday, we went to that, and like Alan Moore gave like this big speech, and it was really, really cool. But that's the only time, because I live in Ohio, so we went that one time. It was fun.
And Alex was talking about Jay Lee. I was kind of surprised Jay Lee had a gut when he like stood up to like talk to me. I'm like, whoa, you're kind of chubby.
For some reason I would think he I don't know. I always pictured him fit.
No, he's got a gut.
Why are you surprised the comic artist has a gut? We sit all day and draw.
I don't know. He's so good at anatomy. I just figure he works out. I don't know.
I guess some comic artists are like Eric Canetti. He's like runs marathons. I was like, this is the most non-stereotypical comic artist. He's weird.
Yeah, I love Canetti.
Right,
cool.
yeah.
I do work out. I haven't since for a little bit, because I'm not going to start again until I finish the book. So it's a little incentive. But I think you should do a little bit of exercises.
Yeah.
I think it's important. You don't. I'm not by any means like ripped, like in the slightest, but I still like to do it to plateau and keep somewhat of my dad bod going.
No, it's comic artists live a very unhealthy lifestyle. Everyone should work out, like even like 10 minutes of walking a day. That's all you need, and that would stave off. Has an effect on whether or not your likelihood of getting a heart attack and shit. Like seriously, people, you should just, even a little bit of working out is good.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. When I first got my dog, I found out I was out of shape very quickly. Within 5 minutes, I was breathing heavily, and I'm like a lean dude. Like that's not normal. I'm much better. I'm much better now. Thankfully.
So fucking out of shape. The thing though is, I hate running. I got a step machine, so at least I do that. Like at home, because I hate going out. I don't like jogging on the streets. I hate going to the gym, but I like swimming. But now all the pools are closed because of COVID. There's nowhere to swim.
Why do you hate the gym?
Because it's people.
Oh yeah, no, I totally get it. That's why I go out late. We have a 24-hour gym here at my apartment complex, and I just go at night.
Yeah, midnight, something like that. There's nobody there. Like I go to Planet Fitness.
Lady. I was trying to lift weights, and some fucking lady brought her dog.
Oh come on!
I just looked at her. She just looked at me, and she turned around and walked away. I'm like, why are you bringing your dog here?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah, we used to go to Planet Fitness, and my mom would get off work at 11:30. So, it's nice midnight, like nobody there. Machines are free. But I tune people out anyway. I have my headphones on and I just ignore them all. But it's still nice when you could just do what you want to do, get a fast workout in an hour, you get a good one, and you leave. You don't have to worry about waiting an hour and a half for somebody to finish a machine because they're too busy talking to somebody else or like on their phone for 45 minutes. It's like
plus I get distracted by the women working out.
I keep my head down, man. I keep my head down.
No, I get distracted very easily.
I don't need no slap in the face. I'm good.
Yeah, even if I have headphones on, is another problem. There will always be, every time I go to gym, there'll be at least one dude trying to talk to me, even if I have headphones on. I'm like, leave me the fuck alone!
Yeah, I feel bad for the women.
About that. I know you're like joking, but that's just like gross. I don't get it.
Yeah, that's why I don't bother.
I'm like, no, I have headphones on. I don't want to. I'm just here to exercise. Please leave me alone. And it just doesn't work. I don't understand. People are animals.
I feel bad like in that instance when women have to go work out because
Maybe they needed help. Maybe they needed help with something. How do you know if he didn't take
Yeah,
off?
they need a man to explain something to them.
I know how to use a treadmill. Thank you.
Are you sure? Let me tell
I
you.
don't know.
Hold on, real quick. Let me tell you how.
I roll on it, right? That's how you use
Oh,
it.
you got it. Never mind.
Yeah, I got it.
Good.
It's a little known secret, but I got this. I'm a fast learner.
I got bad knees, so I use the treadmills. So.
Yeah, that's another thing where I really just like swimming. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't like running.
Wouldn't chlorine kill the COVID?
Yeah, that's what I think. But the pools are also all closed. But I also fucking just hate public pools here. Like in Taiwan, it was like one of the things I just loved about living in Taiwan is you had public pools everywhere and they were actually clean because every university and high school had a pool, but they would be open to the public when school was not in session. And you could pay $5 to go in and swim for as long as you want. And I loved it. I loved it. And I live right next to a university. I would go there all the time. It was like clean. It was like an actual Olympic-sized pool. So, but here it's like half the pools, even if you have like a public pool or neighborhood pool, which I live in a house now, so I don't have access to like a free pool or gym. Like the pools that you have access to a lot of time, they're like these like 2 foot deep, like sit around in your bikini pools. And it's like, this is not, I want to actually exercise.
Yeah.
And it's to get an actual Olympic pool, you have to buy a membership at a gym and have to pay like $30 a month or something.
You don't have the YMCA like where you're at?
Yeah, there's another thing. I don't really want to pay a gym membership.
Well, the YMCA is free. Isn't it? I don't know. I don't go to the Y.
No, I don't know. I've never been. I never looked into that.
My one friend, she used to go to the Y to work on the treadmill because there was like one in the women's locker room. It was like almost private, so she loved it, but they took that away. But yeah, she would just go and work out for free. So I don't know if the pool is that way though. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, worth looking into. If you're
I'll look into that. I've never heard that.
Specifically Christian, so like, is it open to everybody?
Yeah, it's open to everybody. No, she's an atheist. Yeah, it's open to everybody.
You must check your religion card first.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, no, she's a metalhead. I don't want to call her atheist, but she just doesn't care enough to really bother with religion, I guess. But yeah, and she just loved it though because there was like a treadmill that was like isolated, but now they took that away from her, and she was all mad. I just want to work out. Okay,
I'd be mad too. Yeah. Running is tolerable when I have like I put my tablet in front and I have like just a movie playing or something. I can run forever. But like I don't know why it's just really boring and insufferable to me otherwise. But I could swim forever. I love swimming. It's so relaxing.
I like weights. I like the weights. I have more fun doing that. I like work. Like to me, working out is fun. Like, yeah, I'm worn out and exhausted, but I don't know. I enjoy it. You know, it's something that I actually like. That's kind of why I'm like, I gotta hurry up and finish this.
But you feel accomplished.
You do. Like, you feel better. Like even if you had a hard day, it's also good. Then you go work out and the stress is relieved away from you. You know, it's a healthy. There's a reason why it's healthy. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So yeah. All about that.
I really need to work out more.
Dad bod. I like it.
Embrace the dad bod.
Embrace the dad bod. Yes.
You're gonna have a healthy dad bod.
I mean, I work out and then I go eat, lasagna and candy and yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Healthy dad bod.
The cheese is not good. So does dad bod mean bitch tits or what?
Mine aren't that bad.
Okay.
Well, especially when I like have a steady workout, like my chest is okay. It's a problem area for sure, but it's not as huge. My chest isn't as huge as like some people's. Like I don't know. I'm broad chested. Like I have a barrel chested is what the word is. So like it's naturally just my rib cage sticks out. It's weird. It's really weird. When I go to a con, and if you ever see me, I'll show you like my sternum or whatever it's called, like just blatantly just sticks out. I feel bad for women who lay on my chest because they get stabbed in the eye. I'm so sorry.
That's like PS1 syndrome.
Yeah, I guess so.
Boy, some visuals right there.
And
No,
putting it really on your chest shows them right. You know,
Well, yeah, that's
self-defense.
baby, I was born this way.
You're just born this way. Be proud of yourself.
Born this way. I'm proud of my freakness.
Embrace your weird.
I embrace the freak. I am
Yeah?
probably the biggest freak physically and medically in indie comics. Even bigger than Anna. I don't care about her stupid missing tear duct. No. Okay?
Right.
I have her beat, so I don't care. She could yeah, whatever.
Yeah, you're like partially blind.
Partially blind. I have technically I have 4 kidneys. Technically. Well, because I had 2 kidney transplants. So they keep the other kidneys in. So I have my born kidneys, and then I have the transplanted kidney. Plus, I have the one that I transplanted recently. So I have 4 kidneys.
Ooh, Chinese
Is that
people
how they
look to get their
normally
hands
treat
on you.
They don't take out the other ones unless they're like they pose a risk to something, because they really just like your kidneys will shrivel up and just like wither into nothingness. So I'm kind of like a walking sarcophagus or whatever.
That's so weird. I never knew that
yeah.
part about it.
Yeah, unless there's like a danger, like they won't take them out. It's just less operating, less surgeries, you know.
Mm.
So
Make sure you don't visit China because they'll want to get those kidneys.
Well,
they're dead. So
when someone gets a kidney transplant, don't they also have to kind of, I don't know, like connect them to like the rest of the digestive tract? They don't have to use like the same tubing that's occupied by the ones already in the body?
No. They don't like have to hook it up to where the other, like it's not like a replacing a tire, you know what I mean, or something like that. They hook it up. The circumvent situation, and also they're in the front of you usually. So, you know, you have the 2 back ones, and they put the ones in the front, the new ones.
I'm just surprised there's like space, but I guess kidneys are pretty small actually.
Well, and they also, I mean, they just mush them in there, you know, and just squish things around and poke at things, and that'll fit. That's fine. There's some people. I think I recently had a biopsy like a few months ago, and a lady told me there was a lady in there who had 3 transplants. So,
Oh boy.
yeah. So,
That's wild.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. You know, modern medicine. Wow.
I have heard of the kidney thing. I just forgot about that.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
That's cool. I don't know anyone that has 4 kidneys. That's it's fascinating. You are special.
I'm special.
You're
My
special.
mama always said I was. Now I am. That's just a few things.
Yeah, my teacher said I was special when I was a kid.
I think we all got that.
You're special. You're special.
Everyone's a winner.
Everyone's a winner.
I was too young for everyone to be or I'm too old right now for everyone to be a winner. You know, when I was a kid, you weren't a winner unless you won.
No, when I played soccer when I was in 1st grade, we got trophies even though we lost, and I was so confused. I'm like, wait, we lost. Why are we getting trophies?
I am so glad I didn't grow up in America. I'm so glad. That is such a bad mentality.
Yeah.
I was so the trade in media, because again, I also was not exposed to that. I thought that was a more recent occurrence that they actually made those, like, you know, like what is that, participation trophies?
Well, they called those like he pretty much. I don't know if they call that like a 2nd place trophy. Like they gave it a placement, didn't they?
Yeah, like we participated. Yeah. It wasn't. It's just that. But luckily, my brother came to me and said, "No, you lost. You're a loser." So. Yeah,
it's been going on a while. It's been since the 90s, honestly. Like people a little younger than you and me. Yeah. So and Chimera's a couple of years younger. So
yeah,
I didn't get it when I grew up.
This was
like from where you come from, I would have thought that it would be full of that kind of stuff.
I grew up in warm and fuzzy, hugs and cuddles, hippie town, and didn't get that. I mean, yeah, we got like quite a few, like you know, I remember like graduating elementary school and us having like a little ceremony. I remember getting a lot of gold stars and stuff. I don't remember. It's like nothing. But that's like,
normal, at least from where I come from too. Like you do kind of graduate from like different kinds of what is it? Do you refer to like as years of schooling, or what do you call that?
But when you graduate elementary school and middle school and high school?
Yeah.
Years of schools, I guess. Yeah,
This,
yeah, we
Yeah, I
didn't
don't-
really
I don't
get
know.
anything like you lost. Here's a gold star. We didn't get any
Yeah.
of that.
Oh
We
no,
got some
no.
small-
We did not get that.
Yeah, we got some small trophy. Irene said that you've never been bullied, AC. Is that true?
Yeah.
Wow,
That's
you're
not
lucky.
fair.
Yeah, you're lucky.
Yeah, I know. I'm really lucky, and I try not to take it for granted because I know that that's a.
That's just not
something
fair,
that-
though.
You turned out very well adjusted for someone who wasn't bullied. I think a little bullying is healthy, honestly. Or maybe that's just a part of me that wants everyone to suffer just as much as I did.
I think it's more the second.
No, I mean it incentivizes
Hey!
you to, yeah.
The thing to
Incentivizes
do
you
when
to
you're
wanna work out.
bullied. Well, the thing to do when you're bullied, like I was, you just bully someone smaller than you. So,
I just learned from it and didn't bully other
Yeah.
people.
Keep that toxic cycle going. That's the
yeah,
way
like
to
an
go.
8th grader bullied me in 7th grade, so I took it out on a 6th grader. I punched him and broke his nose.
Yeah, take that,
I
6th grader.
almost so proud of that.
Well,
I
he was
wasn't-
he was bothering me, so I turned around and punched him.
Oh,
You
well, he
are
was
proud of
bothering you.
that. What a great person you are.
Well, he was bothering you. It was self-defense.
I kind of
Yeah,
broke a boy's nose
little
once too,
kid
but
punching other kids
Good.
and being proud of
I'm
it.
not proud of it.
You just
Well,
did that
they're
because
all
he can't
like
hit
5
back.
feet over there, so you're like 5'7", so that's not really fair.
No, I was young. I was like 12,
Well,
and
then
he was younger, so I felt bad.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
he's-
it wasn't totally intentional.
What did he do?
I think it was just like we were playing ball, and he was being a dick. So I threw the ball like smack at his face, and he just started bleeding all down. And then later he said it was like slightly broken, but he was too embarrassed to tell anybody that it was me.
Alex,
Hey.
Chimera's brother is my hero. Yeah, he bullied the shit out of me when I was a kid.
Yay, Chimera's brother!
Well, that's how. Like, okay, like I wasn't bullied by my brothers, but they picked on me. They made fun of me, stuff like that, and it gives you a tougher skin. You don't take everything so personally. Like all this PC crap, you're like, what is this stupidity? You all need to be made fun of. Like, you know what I mean? I think it's good for you to get picked on, and maybe I don't want to say like beat the crap out of, but at least somewhat bullied as a kid. It helps self-esteem sometimes.
There
That's
was
why I
this
started
good-
working out because I was bullied.
Yeah,
so.
well, that's why I took Taekwondo, but then I grew
There you
really
go.
tall. Well, I grew really tall, and then they couldn't bully me. I'm like, yeah, I'm like 5'7" and 13, so go fuck
There you
yourself.
Yeah.
There was this really good meme of the ginger fat kid from Home Alone. It's just like pick a 90s bully and put him into progressive society now and see what happens. That would be great.
That would be good. Yeah, I don't know. It's people are too coddled in a way, and like I don't want anyone to really get bullied. That's a horrible experience. But if you are, you got to learn from it, and you grow from it. Sometimes you become a serial killer or a sharpshooter or something. But I mean, I'm just saying, these bad things happen. Bad things happen.
Disavow.
I said sometimes. I said sometimes.
Only sometimes.
Sometimes
Right.
they exist in the world.
They bully someone way too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's like there are limits to it, but it's like a little bit of challenge is good.
Right.
When people are getting beaten bloody at school, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, it's good.
I don't know. I almost it's like what I dealt with was like I had boys who would tease me as well, but it was mostly girl bullies, and that is really hard to deal with because they don't just fight you. And
evil.
I've said it before, like it was like tween girls are the most evil creatures I've met on this planet.
You're not wrong.
Fucking it's like probably after actual murders and like they're fucking evil. It's probably I'm probably a little biased, but they're fucking evil because like they know they can get away with stuff because they're small and cute. But it's like with boy bullying, usually it's they drag you out, they beat you, but it's like you can go work out and get stronger and fight back and earn their respect. But with girls, it's like they backtalk you and they like trick you into wearing ugly clothes and they like gossip about you and they make the boys like fuck with your stuff and take your stuff. Like it's fucking evil. And how do you counter that?
Yeah, because like at least
And my teachers were totally oblivious, so they're just like, "Oh, you deal with it yourself." It's like
This is how
horrible.
This is how you counter it. You spread rumors about them and say they're the biggest sluts.
No, you,
Just
you,
ruined
you,
We were like 8 and 9. That's when it started for me.
Oh, never mind. Then I don't know.
Yeah,
you just grow up and become a comic book artist. That's how you.
that's what I
get back.
did.
Yeah, there you go. See, you win.
Well,
How did
it's
the-
in the long run. I think it builds some resistance, but it was like horrible at the time. But
well,
I don't know.
yeah, how did the
It's
boys
a
bully you?
situational thing
I'm kinda
too. Like
curious.
it's also easier for us as like if whoever doesn't get it bad enough to like actually like break down over it or doesn't really know how to react properly, you know.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean when that topic comes up, I also agree on that. It helps you kind of learn a little bit of independence, figure out now what to do with things. But I mean you also see people that it hits really hard. It doesn't mean that it's like a worse situation came from it, but like some folks just also don't know how to handle it. So generalizing statement is also just dangerous.
So
Yeah,
become serial killers. That's what I said.
So how did the boys
that's a
bully
whole
you?
other extreme. That's not even,
That's a different conversation completely.
yeah.
How did the boys bully you?
That's
Aaron?
Yeah, I wouldn't say like
getting
bullying is
punched
good
it's a little
across
bit
the
different
board,
from getting
but
bullied.
Did the boys beat you up?
no, well, one boy did, and it wasn't when we were little. It's when I was 15, he was 16. That was not cool.
That's not cool.
What
And
happened?
yeah. No, it was during soccer. So I played soccer. This was like at the beginning of high school, and so soccer is a very boy sport in Taiwan. I know that in America it's like a girl sport, but in Taiwan I know girls play soccer. And if you played it, you were considered butch. But I just like soccer. I thought it was cool. So I was like the only girl on the team at the time, and like I just joined the team. So this one guy, he was like the only white kid in our grade. So I'll forever remember. People who grow up with me will like be able to deduct who it is, but I'm not gonna say his name because I'm nice like that. Even though he's a piece of shit, he should go burn in hell.
Yeah.
So yeah, he would like he just didn't like me. So first of all, I was like really awkward and weird and I had short hair, so everybody thought I was gay. So the boys would tease me for that just because I had short hair. Literally, that was it. So when I tried to, I joined like the soccer team and to like just get at me and I don't know, to show off that I'm so cool, I can bully this kid. He like when I didn't have the ball, he would trip me and then kick me on the ground, and he would do that over and over again. And it wasn't part of the game, because if it was part of the game, I don't have a problem with it. It's like I volunteered to play soccer. I'm okay with getting kicked in the face if I'm actually like handling the ball. But no, he just tripped me and kicked me on the ground, and the other people were like, "Why are you doing that?" And he's like, "Oh no, she's just a fag. I don't like her."
Well, that stream just got taken down. Thanks.
No, she's fine.
No,
we're not
they're
live.
They're
Nobody's
not going to
listening.
take it down for that.
Nobody's listening anyway.
I'm telling a real story. This is what somebody said to me. Yeah. And the other people didn't stop it either. And the coach didn't stop it. So
That's horrible.
I had a great, it was a great situation.
The actress Winona Ryder has a story exactly like yours. She had a short haircut and everyone thought she was a lesbian. They beat her up.
Oh yeah, that was years of. That was like middle school and high school for me.
And soccer is not a girl, like it's a unisex sport.
Wait, why would they made the girls play soccer against the boys? That's dumb. Why would
So they didn't have a girls team.
Right.
Yeah. So it was like eventually a couple other girls joined, so it was kind of co-ed. Just because we only had like 3 girls total at the most playing, soccer in the whole school wanted to play. So, and it was like a very informal team. It wasn't like an official team. It was more like a soccer club. So it was mostly boys, and most of the girls didn't want to play. So we couldn't have our own team. Just play with the boys. Like it's fine overall, and especially it's I don't know. It wasn't that bad. Yeah, especially when you're like middle school and high school. Yeah, especially because I always kick really hard, and I was a sweeper, so I just like wait for the ball to come to goal and just like kick it all the way up.
I think women should clean around the house. I mean, it's
If it makes you feel any better, my friends and I called each other the gamer word when we were kids. So I also got called that.
Well, kids back then were not exactly PC,
I know, it was great.
Oh yeah, bullying.
Bowling.
Toughened you up.
Bullying. I was like,
No, it
bowling.
builds character.
Bowling. What are you talking about?
It gives you a personality, unlike the
Yeah, it
people
does.
today.
Yeah, whether it's family or friends. Or
Yeah,
loved ones.
Irene has a funny story for us to laugh at. See, that's
Now we
great.
can laugh at Irene.
Laugh at me and my suffering.
Yeah. Ha ha.
No, it doesn't bother me anymore because I'm much more successful than almost all of the people who used to bother me and tease me and bully me. So I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't give a shit.
That does happen though. Like everyone you went to school with is a fucking loser.
It's not like they're total losers though, because I went to it wasn't like rich kids school, but it was international school. So it was American school in Taiwan, and it was a lot of like CEOs kids and diplomats kids and stuff. And
they usually turn out to be drug addicts or stuff.
Not that. Yeah, it's like people are very well behaved. You know, Taiwanese people are very well behaved, and but it was like semi-rich kids. I think. I actually think the boy who, nobody knows what happened to that piece of shit who
kicked you,
beat me up in soccer. Yeah, but people said that he did go to jail for drugs or something. I'm not sure actually, but everybody lost contact with him. But if he did, good. Because fuck him.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, but it's like I went to like semi, like kind of upper middle class school, but my family wasn't. We were very middle class. Like it was like one income. My dad was just a normal engineer. But they wanted me to learn English, so they sent me to that school. And so yeah, it was kind of this also like all the other kids had very different experiences than me. Their family, they lived in America. I never lived in America at the time until I was 17. I moved here on my own. So I didn't live in America. So there were all these kids that like were born in America and then they came back to Taiwan. There was like this weird elitism where it's like, oh, if you lived in America, you were like the popular kids. And if you had the JanSport backpacks and the right kinds of jeans, like the Americanized ones were like the popular ones and they would look down on everyone else. So, and there was this weird thing where like I was mixed. So they would assume that, oh, you're supposed to know about American culture. So, it was like, you're half white. Why don't you know about American stuff? If you don't, that must mean you're stupid.
I just be like, that's the bad half. Don't worry about it.
I was like, also, I'm Jewish, but they don't give a shit. They all thought I was white.
That's funny.
Yeah, very weird upbringing.
Mm.
I hated that school so much.
Just draw all those kids in Fiendish getting attacked by a Lovecraftian monster. Problem solved.
Yeah, like
they just all happen to look like. Oh, well,
like
there's slight differences.
like in Dante's Inferno, he put all of his like.
There
There you go.
Did he put like all his enemies?
Yeah, they were all suffering in hell.
Oh, that's so funny. No, I'm not gonna do that. We were
too much.
kids.
You just draw characters that kind of resemble them.
Yeah.
It was, there are other. I mean, those are kids. I'm not gonna. It's a long time ago. There are people who have fucked with me as adults where I might do that, to be honest. But
wait,
no, those like
people bullied you as an adult.
No, it's crazy people that I've had to deal with,
Oh.
which I'm not gonna get too much into at this point. But I have stories.
Just make sure you get my beard right.
No, not you. Why never?
Unfortunately, I will be featured in Fiendish being eaten.
No.
Probably.
Oh, how did you know? Yeah.
Let me call my.
Yeah, such good instinct. Call your lawyer.
Just wanted that cameo.
Ensure that he gets a cameo in every comic.
Oh, okay. How dare you defend yourself?
It's an honor just to be mentioned.
I'm cameoing people. You're gonna be offended that I'm cameoing you. I thought it was like a nice thing to do.
Okay, fine.
Oh, God.
I will be a merchant, and I will be extremely cheap.
There you go. How did you know? That's how I portrayed you. Yvonne is here. What's up? Let me actually pay attention to the chat for 1 second.
Let's do
that.
Sounds like he actually might have played over in the apartment.
Hello, Miss Rena. Hi. Welcome.
Hello. Welcome.
Hi, Peter. Oh, you're going to head off for tonight. Thanks for joining. Karma always wins. I don't know if that's a real thing, but
Not always, but like there's.
It's something nice we can tell ourselves.
I know. Yeah. From what I've seen, it's not.
I mean, well, and also the bullies do end up growing up sometimes. They're like, yeah, I really feel bad about what I did. Like sometimes they do like realize that what they did and stuff. So.
Really?
Several people have grown up.
I don't feel for what I
I'll
did.
I'll be right back.
But most of it was revenge.
I'll be right back. I gotta go take the stuff off the
That's what you keep on telling yourself. It was just revenge, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Chimera was that kid who would be beating people up in soccer.
I actually sucked at soccer. I was terrible at soccer. They're like, you are terrible at sports. I'm like, yeah, both my parents are like scientists. I'm a fucking nerd. Why would you think I'm good at sports?
I don't know, same here, but I like some sports.
Yeah, I didn't.
I like soccer because I like Case Closed. I think that's why.
All because of his soccer shoes.
Yeah. I grew up reading that. I was like, ooh, cool. This kid plays this manga I read. There's soccer as well as I read some other soccer manga. So manga has gotten me into many hobbies.
Was it more prominent in the manga for Case Closed that he played soccer? Because I feel like in the anime it only got like mentioned occasionally.
Really?
I think it was more prominent. He had like the shoes, and it was pretty prominent.
I really wanted to watch more of that show when I was a kid, but the episodes would show up really scattered and just like sometimes not be in the on the schedule for it.
I had a friend who was a huge fan of it, and
It was easy as a kid to be really interested in that show. It showed a lot of gore, just people getting killed over jealousy and stuff. But you could always cover up for your parents because I was like, no. See, they're a bunch of kids. They're having fun. Like a goofy professor gives them gadgets. Ha.
I remember laughing a bit at the English dub.
Oh yeah, was it weird?
It was super bad. It was basically like 4Kids. It might have been done by 4Kids. I forget.
Yeah, 4Kids was awesome.
How much
They
censoring
dubbed,
did
Yu-Gi-Oh!
For that show for 4Kids to do it?
No, I remember what they did is that they tried to is that for the English dub of Case Closed, not Detective Conan, but Case Closed. What they did is they had the show take place in the U.S.
I mean, yeah, that always happens.
It doesn't make any sense though, and so they're like, instead of Tokyo Tower, I remember they called it Toto Tower. Just some
Toto Tower.
Well, that's
Wait.
because like when 4Kids dubbed Pokemon, they would not have the rice balls. They would call them jelly donuts.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Which makes no sense.
That was really confusing. Actually, watching it in English.
God forbid people have to learn what another culture eats.
And then in Yu-Gi-Oh, like Tristan's name was Honda, I think, and Joey's name was Jonochi. Yeah, they edited the shit out of Yu-Gi-Oh. Like there's no violence, like they removed guns. But other than that, the voice acting.
Oh yeah, but it's like
Kaiba
at
was
least
great.
Yu-Gi-Oh is easy because it's just a bunch of people playing cards. It's not like it was the original version of that show where you actually kill people.
Season
Weird
0.
eggs,
Season
like,
0 is fucking awesome. I watched the sub of Season 0. Season 0 is fucking awesome.
It is very goofy. I would have liked them to actually adapt that. They had to actually playing a different kind of board game every episode. That sounds a lot more fun.
I watched a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged back in the day. That's how I learned to play.
The guy who does those voices is very good. Like he does a great job. Yeah.
I could never get into Yu-Gi-Oh.
I think
the art.
example of like
Just watch the abridged. It's just
remember
the abridged version.
Sorry, I guess
Sorry,
I was
what?
like,
Oh, sorry. I was just saying. Irene, watch abridged. It's much better than the actual show of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay.
Probably,
yeah, the only problem is just that there's not enough of it for how much Yu-Gi-Oh they make. But I was saying it's like the example of censoring because I didn't really grow up much with like the knowing the Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh all these other ones. But when I came to the US, was noticing how much Dragon Ball had been censored, which was really weird.
All the diapers.
Because it's like Dragon Ball Z was not censored at all, and people like they did it, but like it was like weird lines and like making blood orange, like that changes anything. It just seemed like a color. It was just so dumb. But like in Dragon Ball, it was weird because like Goku as a little kid gets naked a lot because he's like diving into the water and like sleeping and stuff. And they pretty much like MS Paint a diaper on him constantly on the English dub. It was
like trying to follow him.
It was so weird.
Here, let me pull up Zork from Yu-Gi-Oh! They did a terrible fucking job.
Oh, the penis monster that just
the penis track. Yeah, the penis track. Here, let me share screens.
Well, I'm gonna get going because our dinner's gonna be ready in a couple minutes.
Okay.
So,
okay.
thanks for having me on.
Thanks for
Always a
joining.
pleasure.
It's so good to see you again.
You as well. It was good seeing all of you. Hail the chat. Have a good night.
Yeah. All right, good night. Bye.
And
Okay,
that came really fast after bringing out the penis monster.
Yeah, let's talk about dragon penises. Pretty please, can you share this?
Will this get my stream?
No,
It's not big.
It's like
really
protruding from his pelvis. It's not. It's fine.
Yeah, it's really nothing.
It has Nick's approval.
Okay, so here's what
I'm trusting you.
Here's in the Japanese. And here's,
it's basically just Berserk. Okay.
but then here's Yu-Gi-Oh! For Kids. They like painted over his chest. Like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, that looks so much more gross.
Yep.
This is what he's supposed to look like.
That's hilarious.
That is
Yeah,
so
Zork-
funny.
Zork
That's
is-
so dumb. It's like,
No,
kids can't know what a penis is.
No, and actually, like Chimera's profile actually reminds me. If you actually watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stardust Crusaders, you see one of those like really bad cases of censoring, where like at least on that one, 4Kids was trying to kind of like match it and like follow it. On Stardust Crusaders, since Jotaro, that big man-meat monster, is supposed to be like was like 13 or something.
Mhm.
He's actually 17.
17?
I've learned this
He's-
recently.
yeah.
Was it okay? He was supposed to be
Jotaro,
young or whatever. Like the way that they censored it, because he's constantly smoking.
Oh,
Is that-
okay. It's like, where are you going with
The way
this?
that they censor is like he's just like in the middle of the desert with like sun hitting him in the face, and he just has like pitch black, no gradient, just pitch black cut across the face, and like his whole lower head face is just black, and the cigarette is black. It's like you don't know what that is now. There you go, it's censored.
Well, to be fair, he had that hat, you know.
Yeah, so like the sun just hits his eyes and just like creates this black shadow around his mouth.
You really spit all over yourself without any.
It's so weird how censorious American media always is. It's like it doesn't matter what time there's somebody wanting to censor shit. It's like just because you censor it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I'm so
Well, it
confused.
takes. I'm assuming it's also about like taking it off the air and stuff. So they try and be
Did you ever
overly
watch
cautious even for really dumb things that nobody would censor them for.
Nick? Did you ever watch One Piece from 4Kids?
Oh, are you gonna talk about the shoe gun?
I really love the intro from One Piece 4Kids, but other than that,
Oh, that thing. I have heard that. Yes.
I
What was
haven't
like
heard
Gyro?
yeah, whatever.
Go. Don't ever give it up, Luffy.
Don't ever give it up yet.
Yeah.
I know it's a rap.
Very lost.
Don't ever give it.
Is that really what it sounds like?
No,
It's not
it's like it's really energetic, but it's just like
Yeah.
really cringy rap, like the whole intro.
I know it's a rap, but
We'll
I've never actually heard it. I never
really?
watched One Piece. There's probably a reason why I never watched it as a kid.
You know what? Like for a long time, when the anime was running, I actually was really into One Piece. It took me a while. I think I was much later in this series to actually kind of get tired of it. But for me, the issue is that I really dislike the color choices for the anime. Is I know that Oda likes his weird kind of rainbowy colors, but with animation without his rendering and stuff, it just flat bubblegummy haircut on every other character just looked really ugly to me.
So it's
So-
safe to say you will not be watching all 1,000 episodes of One Piece.
Yeah, I only read the manga. I quite liked it, but it just like at a certain point, it just felt like, oh my god, another island with another 100 characters to care about before they
It's
someday get to this goddamn One Piece.
yeah, I I tapped out when I was like 17. I ordered season 1, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. it's this forever.
Yeah. Oh, wait, so you actually just like you watched season 1 and that was it for you?
Yeah, I'm like, this is formulaic.
Yeah, I kept going for a long time.
I tried to read a bit of the One Piece manga, but I didn't jump in at the beginning, but like sort of a little bit after the beginning. But I was just like, I thought the art and designs were cool. I was like, this is really inventive and everything. But first of all, it wasn't like that interesting. The characters weren't. It didn't really grip me. It's not my type of story.
Do you remember?
Fun pirate, ooh, goofy shit. That's not my thing.
Do you happen to remember what part you were reading? Or like what was happening, or what characters were showing up, or what they looked like?
She's
no, there's so many One Piece characters. Like there was a big guy, and then there was Luffy, and I learned the names of the characters, and I don't remember exactly what was happening.
I like the samurai.
I remember they had like this weird telephone snails. Yeah, but that's probably a constant thing through the story, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember where I jumped in. It was years ago.
Oh, okay. I actually also kind of jumped in like later on, but it was because we were on a trip to the U.S. and I had ran into a one. I think it was like a GameStop or something, but they had a manga rack. And my folks were just like going out of the shopping mall, but like we didn't have manga, and when we did, it was like still in like Japanese, not even translated. And so I was kind of making the choice, like I tried to browse that quickly and decide like which one manga can I actually buy before I go back to Colombia. And it was between an issue of MBQ and one of One Piece. And I always regretted having picked One Piece because I ended up liking One Piece. But the thing is, like the MBQ manga was so rare because Tokyo Pop went out of business really quickly. So there's you could not get that at stores. I had to order it once I was in the US later.
Right. If any of you guys can get a hold of MBQ, you have to. It's extremely good. It's super funny too.
Yeah, Felipe Smith's art is awesome.
Speaking of funny, anyone read Gintama?
I have not. I keep hearing of a lot of people that really like it and that it's in the humor, but I never really checked it out.
I've come across it just reading manga magazines, and as far as I can tell, it's like just very Japanese humor and total really fucking wild. It's definitely its own brand.
It's great. That should be the watch party. Is the English dub. They did some other English dub of the early episodes, which is terrible, but they did an English dub of the later season. That was really good. I liked it. I just jumped in, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? This show is awesome. I had no idea who any of the characters were. So I just read the manga.
Yeah, people who like it seem to really like it.
I know that they make a lot of parodies and references to like other mangas and stuff, but I actually don't know what the hell Gintama is about. It's like something like, are they like in feudal area or something, or because that's not what I get out of the book of the main character.
Well, aliens invaded in Edo period Japan, so it's like the 1800s, but not.
Okay.
Oh, that's what's going on, right? Because the impression I got is kind of like, you know how Archer is like 1960s, but not, but like occasionally you'll get some modern tech. That's my impression of Gintama. It's like Edo era Japan, but then suddenly you'll have cell phones and shit.
But Gintama is better than Archer. So.
Okay.
A lot of people swear by that one. I keep hearing it a lot.
Yeah.
So it's better than Archer?
No, that's like they love it. Like it's like a lot of people really love Gintama.
I've never
That's
heard of this
symmetric. You've never heard of it?
Well, I don't think your circles would mention Gintama.
No.
I have the first one.
Your circles are not cultured enough.
I don't know if cultured. It's just like it's. I feel like at least the YouTubers that I've seen mention it, I tend to be like young edgelords. So
Was it a new show?
no, it's
been going on forever.
It's been around for a while.
2003.
So it's not new. It's just like I don't think that the people that you would watch Gintama.
Have you ever seen Mob Psycho 100?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we
believe
love
It
that.
has kind of weird humor. It has kind of weird humor like that.
Oh, well, I mean, if it's anything like Mob Psycho, I mean, I guess.
Well, it's not exactly, but yeah, it has weird
It's
humor.
not like it.
Oh, okay, well then, maybe not. I do like Mob Psycho a lot.
I should probably give it a chance and just like check it out. It's just because it's usually young edgelords, I've been hesitant to check it out, and the designs don't really get me.
Gonna look it up.
You mean Gintama or Mob Psycho?
Gintama. No, we watch all of Mob Psycho, and it's also very easily consumable because it's short.
Yeah. I actually like Mob Psycho more than One Punch Man.
Oh yeah, definitely. Just I think I've said it before. Like it feels like One Punch Man, but like with better writing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I always thought that One Punch Man came later. I guess I'm wrong.
No.
No,
Okay.
it was, I think it was one second thing.
But it was animated later, right?
No, One Punch Man came first. It was
Okay,
because of the success that they got with One Punch Man that they were actually able to get good resources to actually make Mob Psycho.
I'm looking
Oh,
at
okay.
Gintama, and I think I might have mistaken it for Bleach in the past.
Right, the character.
Like,
This character would definitely fit well in like the Bleach world.
Like, I do not recognize this at all, but it looks like Bleach.
If someone told me that the main character of Gintama was like some Super Saiyan version of Ichigo or something, I'll believe it.
no, he's not. His name is Gintoki. He's lazy.
He doesn't act like that. Yeah.
He's like a skilled swordsman, but he's a lazy piece of shit. He's my spirit animal.
I think the premise is generally beyond the aliens, apparently aliens in Edo Japan. Just everybody is kind of a loser or a piece of shit.
I know, it's awesome.
And that's the main cast, and there's this giant dog. It's just really random. You might like it, Ariel. From what I've seen of it, it's kind of like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's like everybody's a
Yes,
total fucking failure, and that's why it's funny.
I think that's actually a very accurate feel to like kind of like how people talk about it. Yeah.
I was going to point out, I'm looking through pictures of it, and there are multiple images, shots of this guy picking his nose.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's kind of like,
There you go.
I don't
which
care
seasons did you
for
watch?
anime characters.
Huh? What do you say, Kamir?
Which seasons did you watch of Gintama?
I didn't. I read the manga.
Oh, okay. They stopped translating the Japanese after volume 23 because the sales were low.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think it's like Americans would really get it.
Oh, yeah, no.
It's kind of perfect. I read the manga. I don't really watch a lot of anime. I grew up with manga. Just stop noodling on this. This came along faster than I thought. Yeah.
If it's not an anime and it looks really good, I'll read the manga. That's usually how I save money.
I started out with the manga just because I could access it so easily back in Taiwan. And I grew up without TV because my parents are weird.
It does sound so good. I really miss being able to actually go to a big comic store.
It was great. We had I know I've told this story before. We had manga libraries. They don't have it anymore because manga is all digital now. There's still a couple, but it's rare. But when I was growing up in like the late 90s, early 2000s in Taiwan, like you walk for like all over the city, you walk for like 5-10 minutes, you have a little like just hole in the wall manga library. And these are places that sometimes it would be combined with the internet cafe. Sometimes it would be just a manga library, and some of them were chain stores. But basically what you do is you pay like 5 NT to read a volume of the manga. It'd be like a library, and you can pay 5 NT to read the comic there, or you can pay 10 NT to rent it home. And you have like a card, and you can rent it, and they stamp it and all this stuff.
Was there an option kind of like an all you can eat for you to just stay a long time and just keep reading manga. Because I remember like some nights where I would just go through like 30 volumes or something.
Oh yeah, I did that. Yeah, that's what I was doing after school instead of actually studying at the library. Like I told my parents.
I was gonna say like that sounds really nice for like a working man to just like sit down and read your one manga, but it's like I cannot just read one one chapter of one volume.
Oh yeah,
that would be like a series.
I would binge.
And there's too much glare. Oh wait, yeah.
I usually
Kill.
go to Half Price Books or there you go. There's my save. That's what I look like.
Oh no! Now you wisened up. You messed up.
Now
Okay.
you put your camera on and stay like that in every stream.
Is that what you went of as during Halloween, Chimera?
This is my mask from 3rd grade. It still fits.
Oh, okay.
Why am I not surprised?
Oh man, you know, actually, when we went to get some of our disguises for the Pathfinder sessions, I had to look through my parents' old boxes, and we actually still had some of our stuff from when we were kids. I had some werewolf gloves and an Cthulhu alien mask.
I'm surprised that you didn't take those.
We already have too much shit in the house. We can barely store it.
Yeah, but you still wanted to keep your stupid bear slippers that were so big.
But I actually used them. I used the bear slippers like every day. That's what they broke down into pieces. What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't really find those very useful, but okay.
Oh, honey, you're just condescending because you think they're gaudy. But
No.
like, I like it.
They weren't even warm.
No, they were warm. Just on top.
You guys are
Just not on
adorable.
the bottom anymore because I just use them so much it just rips them apart. I just had like, by the end, I just had like a piece of fabric holding them together.
Back Fiendish, you get Nick a new pair of bear slippers.
There's what I look like.
Oh, much better.
Oh,
That's a big improvement.
I love that
Oh my god,
mask.
that is the biggest goblin nose I've seen.
Yeah, can we actually zoom in on Chimera? I want to see that mask.
This
That looks
mask
like a
is a
really cool
novelty.
mask.
Oh man, yeah, I would have loved to have
That's
that
actually pretty
one.
decent.
That's great.
Yeah, that's an awesome one.
You get to see my dark, soulless brown eyes.
You're pretty soulless.
It wasn't called a goblin mask. It was called a Hollywood producer mask. I'm not sure why.
Took me a minute too. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something about what is it? Gosh, it's Jewish people that are stereotyped.
Damn.
Right.
I thought that Chimera was gonna make a Jewish joke about the big nose.
I'm surprised he didn't.
Yeah, same.
Missed
Oh,
opportunity.
by the way, before I forget,
Jewish.
since Chris is actually today on the chat, like I actually just finished reading Infinite Tale.
I didn't know you read it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have to read it. I gotta catch up.
Whenever you get a chance, Chris, I know there was only one panel or so, but I was really intrigued by the weird flying squirrel toads with stingers. Let me know if those like a custom monster or something. I'd love to use them.
Oh, great! Now that's what we're gonna fight next time. Shit,
Giving him
thanks, Chris.
ideas.
Like I swear, this on one hand it keeps things exciting because Nick is so dedicated to like if he sees a cool monster in other media, he'll customize it for Pathfinder. But on the other hand, it just makes our lives hell because every session we don't know what kind of weird shit we're gonna play from MTG or from Monster Hunter or from some random comic that he statted out for Pathfinder. It made it extra hard for us.
Yeah, I mean, I make a bunch of custom stuff, but I've used it like once or twice, honestly, because I still use like random tables for things.
Yeah, what seems to be really deadly about how you GM is just that you don't cut us any slack, and you're like, oh, this is an intelligent enemy. It'll fight you in the best way it can, and all that stuff.
Oh
and
yeah,
it's
but
just,
it's the same thing with like dumber enemies. Like I guess everybody has seen them on the streams. Like you even remind because I did space out that one time, but usually if you guys are fighting animals, like I won't do 5 footsteps. I won't make them like make smart
I
choices.
guess, but you did see how hard it was for a whole team of us to take down one spider. So
I mean, that's I don't know what to do there. It's outsmarting a like 0 intelligence creature.
Well, just you guys being dumb.
No, I'm joking. I know that that's. I mean, it's designed to be. That one's designed to kind of stop you guys on your tracks at level 1 because it forces you to deal with like, hey, did you bring range? Do you have a way of dealing with like poison and being grappled? It's meant to stop people. Yeah, like I love customizing stuff, but it's all like it all kind of gathers dust in my hard drive because I make too much shit. If anything,
you need to post them. I keep telling you to like find like Reddit or something and just like post all that stuff.
I've been happy at least like especially since Chris came over and like also and when we were playing like Frozen Wind, I'm really happy when you guys actually want to try out some of like my custom player races.
You replied.
Oh yeah, I forgot to show you.
Do you just
How
have,
do
like,
you have so many masks?
Yeah, like did you like keep them out from like being from like growing up?
No, I just found them when last Halloween. I was digging through my closet.
Okay.
Okay, so Chris replied, those were Welsh water leapers. I can show you a sneak peek from book 2 of more water leapers on Twitter if you'd like.
Oh yeah, definitely, Chris, please, and give me a bit of like hard math of how they work because they look fun.
Oh joy! Yay! Water lever.
Why haven't you drawn her face yet? I feel like I always jump to do the face like as soon as possible.
Oh, I usually start with the face. I don't know why. That's weird. Yeah, I usually do the face first. I'm gonna do it now. I'm noodling on the hair too much.
I like the Princess Mononoke inspired face tattoos.
I mean, sure. I am very influenced by this. Yeah. It's just shamans all have face tattoos. So, and it's like the way, especially the forehead shape, you can tell it's actually a hint at what domain they have, their main domain. So all shamans have face tattoos. It's not just her, but and then the rest of the face, like the way the cheek tattoos are, it denotes which school they are. So it's like her and the other shamans from her school would have a similar like face, like cheek shape tattoos, and like most. She's life domain is her main domain, so most life domain shamans have like a V shape on the forehead. But yeah, actually, the face tattoos I took the idea from. Even though Vikings, there's no like direct evidence of Viking actually have tattoos. It's kind of like a thing. It's like a fantastical, modern interpretation of Vikings are tattooed all over. There's actually no historical evidence of that. Probably were, but we don't know. But more than that, I took that idea from a role-playing game, tabletop role-playing game called Simba Room. And it's kind of like old pagan-y stuff and like you guys should check it out. Just Google Simba Room. Is it SIMBAROUM? And the art is really cool. It's like this dark grungy art, and a lot of the characters have face tattoos. So it's like another version of D&D, but in a different world. We haven't played it. I still want to play it, but I saw the art and I really liked the art, and I downloaded a bunch of it. So all my shamans have face tattoos.
Did you start implementing that before or after you made the design for Ragnar? Like, was it the chicken or the egg that came first?
This design of her always had the face tattoos. The early design of her, I went through a bunch of different designs of her. Like at first she was younger, she was more I did like when I was doing earlier drafts of the story, like really rough drafts, like my idea was she was a younger girl and she was more of a teen and she had like poofy curly hair, but then I scrapped that and I played around the design a lot and I settled on this. But this design, she always had the face tattoos and like the general shape. I really liked it. I stuck with this pretty much from right off the bat once I designed it. I struggle with some other characters, but not her. I really like her design.
Yeah, when are we getting the Ragna boob mouse pads?
Of course, you would ask that.
Oh wait, AC's not here. I can't disturb her with boobs. There you go. Do you like this, Nick?
You know, that would be good money. Is he frozen or is he just giving you like a dead-eyed look? I can't actually tell.
I actually can't tell either.
I think he's frozen. I think even for him, that's a little too dead-eyed.
He doesn't.
No,
look
it depends on
look,
like.
Yeah, but he didn't look pleased, so my job is done.
That's the same disapproval my father had. Very well done, Nick.
Yeah. He's good at channeling
this is
that.
kind of it's kind of creeping me out now. He's just staring at me.
Yeah, I'm gonna like boot them.
Yeah,
there you go.
It's kind of creeping me out.
Their internet died because it's their internet. It's hilarious that it can be both. Thank you, Yvonne. Yeah, it's like I actually can't tell if you were just like being extremely disapproving and judgmental or.
But did you contact Rich and Golden Eagle about getting mouse pads?
No, I haven't. I don't even have the art done yet. I mean, if I'm focusing on getting the pages done first.
No, we need merchandise. Merchandise takes precedence over page count.
No, Chimera. I'm selling a comic. The actual comic pages need to. I'm going to finish the comic and get the pages done and the cover done, and then I can tack on a bunch of extra merch and shit. But like the comic comes first.
Can you close down your current campaign so I can sell my copy on eBay? That'd be great.
Oh no! Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nick, come back. I need to shower you with boobs.
Shower him with boobs?
Is he in the back
You
room?
say that like no, he's not. Yeah, the internet probably died. No, I want to prioritize the comic, obviously. You know, it's like merch is cool, but and I have a lot of ideas for like different kinds of merch and different add-ons for chapter 2, but ultimately like the comic is the most important thing to me.
I talked to a guy who was selling body pillows at MegaCon. Maybe I'll give you his contact.
If I wanted to get body pillows in, I already know factories that make this shit. It's about like, does it fit my story and my brand? Like, I'm thinking more than instant gratification. I know it's hard for you to think about that, but I wanted to all fit in the story. I wanted to like fit
the titty
brand in the story.
No, the titty tier. Mouse pad, body pillow, Ragna.
That saved me.
The Ragna tier.
You know, I don't know, it would be. Depends on how badly I need money. Now, I'm not like super opposed to it, but I feel like I don't know if this is that kind of project. I don't know. It's like, yeah, she's really bombastic and voluptuous, but
yeah,
like I don't know if that kind of. I want the merch to all tie into the story.
Irene is anti-fan service.
I'm not anti-fan service. If I was anti-fan service, why would we be drawing her like this?
Nick, come back. I need to disturb you.
Yeah,
I miss him already.
No, their internet definitely crapped out.
Stretch goal.
How it is. No, seriously, it's not even a stretch goal. It's I'm working on getting him a new computer, so it has to happen. I promise it'll happen. Back Fiendish so they can get a new computer.
Yeah, I'm just noticing.
I'm noodling so much. God damn it. Okay, let me zoom out. Oh yeah, by the way, for people who haven't seen them, this is the cover for chapter 2. So let me turn the pencils
They're back.
a little darker. Oh, they are back.
Okay, showtime.
There they are.
Hi, I'm
Oh,
back. Nick immediately took off into the other room and started playing Monster Hunter.
Oh, there you go. Wow.
Hang on.
Yeah, it wasn't Nick's computer. I mean, I'm using my computer. It's just our internet died.
Hey, say look.
Wow. Cool.
That's great.
I've been, you know what? I actually,
I'm glad we're streaming with a 13-year-old.
Right?
I thought she hated tits.
But
She doesn't hate tits.
I want to get the one that has like Donkey Kong's ass to support my wrist.
Yes, there we go.
The thirsty Yvonne, stop enabling him. No, I'm not opposed to fan service. It's more about like if the merch I have ties into the story, really. I don't know how else to describe it. Like that's why I did the wood burning things, which I'll forever regret taking that many of them. But it's like I wanted to, I don't know, the comic is more important. I'd rather do like an ash can or a print, you know, or a sketch card than
like
booby mouse pads. It just doesn't fit. It doesn't fit this comic.
Yeah, besides,
I
like,
would agree.
Besides, honestly, that's the kind of you can. There's actually websites to actually get those custom made. So anybody that really likes it can just get fan art done of Ragnar if they really want and get one of those mouse pads. Yeah. I think, like, I'm pretty sure if someone did that, Irene would be pretty flattered to have somebody send them pictures of their wrist resting mouse pad of Ragnar.
Yeah, frankly, I wouldn't super give a shit. I mean, you know, unless they're making like somebody trying to making millions of bucks off my shit. But like, it's kind of, I don't mind. I'm not like. I
was not saying that sarcastically. It's like that's still art, and somebody liked the character enough to make their own merch out of it. That's cool.
Yeah.
Just sell it on Etsy. Yeah, there you go. So it won't be on the campaign.
I remember that there was like I thought the Donkey Kong one was funny, but I remember there was another one that I liked, but I forget.
I forget too. I remember you talking to me once in a while. You just bump into those. You're like,
I did show you that one, like the one of Drag Jotaro. That one's all over the internet. So. Remember, because he like goes in drag and gets like these huge bowling ball tits while also being super muscular.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Joseph Joestar?
Joseph, I never remember which JoJo is called.
Well, it's my icon. It's my favorite Joestar. That's from part 2.
No, I know from what part they are, but I just always forget.
It's Jotaro's
whatever.
Joseph?
Yeah, Joseph. Yeah.
Okay. We usually just refer to him as Grandpa JoJo because like we watched Stardust Crusaders first.
That's a good way to start too. I think
he was probably the best part about Stardust Crusaders.
Well, yeah. The oh my god, constantly.
Yeah. Here we go.
Oh, in that episode where they're like, he's like attached by the hip to Abdul.
I love that episode. I would rewatch that episode. That had me just dying of laughter. It was so funny.
That was great.
I would watch that again. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Stardust Crusaders was the best part. I think Phantom Blood is probably the weakest, but it's not terrible.
Is that the new one?
No, that Phantom Blood is the first one.
Oh yeah.
The one where Dio kills the dog and
I didn't like
it was an incinerator, I think.
We haven't finished. We haven't caught up. We kind of gave up in the middle of the what was it called? Golden Showers or something.
Golden Showers.
What?
What was it called?
The Italian
Golden Wind.
Golden Wind.
Yeah.
Not Golden Showers.
Thank you for clarifying that.
At the same time, would anybody really be that surprised if there was a JoJo?
No, it's totally gay.
Showers?
Yeah, JoJo's is really gay.
Yeah, there would be a stand called Golden Shower somewhere out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we stopped in the middle of that one. It just kind of went off the rails and couldn't really. It's like a lot of their.
I just didn't find it interesting. It was not funny. The characters were not really endearing.
Yeah,
and then the combat was completely reliant on just ass pulls for the powers.
Yeah.
Araki did not like nail down like this is an interesting power, how to make a cool encounter. You just kind of like this is a cool power. What would happen? Just I wrote myself into a corner. I guess Giorno now also has Jesus powers. He can just bring things to life. He can like break himself to pieces. I guess.
Part 5 is
he's a tactical master.
Yeah, it's kind of tiring to watch after a while.
Parts 3 and 4. I like part 4, but there's
which one's part 4? I never remember them by the name.
Is his face symmetrical?
I'm trying to
do my faces differently. I don't know if it shows.
It's Diamond is Unbreakable. It's Joseph Joestar's illegitimate son.
That's symmetrical, right?
It looks fine.
We're talking about JoJo's.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? Like that one was actually my favorite. I really enjoyed that season.
Yeah, I really liked Yoshikage.
Diamond is Unbreakable. The one that because like it's the one on the little town. All the characters actually looked interesting. Even the dumb like guy that has like those weird markings of his face and has like dollar signs on his outfit. Like, you know, even the dumb one was like, hey, you know, he had a little bit of character development and he had some cool stuff happen to him. Like he was the least interesting, but that was my favorite season.
It wasn't bad. I guess just after we watched Stardust Crusaders first, and ever after, I was constantly looking for another season to be the next Stardust Crusaders. That's what I came for, and I just wanted more of that.
I don't know. It seems like Araki was taking the series more and more seriously as it went on. With Stardust Crusaders, it was just guys flexing and being dumb.
That was what was so great about it.
No, I agree. Like seeing what he went like right after, I was like, okay, this is never happening again.
Yeah, I was kind of sad, honestly. Like, man, I love Stardust Crusaders so much.
We had a lot of fun with that one.
It's the best part.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, which was like one of the best stand battles. I remember that
I just think of the magnetism episode. That's all I can think of. I really like that. But the thing is just that
I didn't care for that enemy, and I didn't care for her power. I just liked that Grandpa JoJo and Avdol got to be pasted by the crotch and be running around.
Well, yeah, but didn't she also have like her bra was like full of screws or something?
Yeah,
she used to pull open her bra.
Yeah, she used to
just like screws flying out.
She used it once to make a shrapnel bomb. Yeah.
Such a dumb episode.
You know what? The one that the power that I liked was the weird stand user that we never saw. That's like she was like over the water and they were like underneath in the submarine. But the stand was independent and it just like could move freely through metal and just like wreck them while they were inside the submarine.
And you never see
I thought the last fight was interesting.
There was like the random episodes where suddenly the dog is a main character and we're following the dog.
That was such a weird.
Having a stand battle with dog.
That was such a weird move for Araki because also like I don't know if he's ever admitted that he actually hates dogs or not because like he kills dogs like every season or does just like if he ever wants to show like
oh my god
horrible he does it to dogs. So like, the fact that he made a main character a dog is like. That is really weird. Why did he do that? Is it because he dies in the end?
Oh my gosh.
No.
Maybe it's just like a running joke. By the way, chat, I'm totally lost. I haven't watched JoJo. I just see a lot of memes that these guys post in chats. That's all I...
Oh yeah, one time she said, I'll be there in a second. And then I posted Dio saying 1 second has passed.
Yeah, that was so fun. No, you missed the part where Irene said, I'll be there in a second. And it was like half an hour later.
Yeah,
so that,
1 second.
The part, that's every weekend.
I know, but that meme is so perfect.
Okay.
That was a really good one.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
I'm physically incapable of being on time for Pathfinder streams.
I think Dio is my favorite villain. Yoshikage Kira is number 2.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
I really like
you.
Yeah, remember there's the Pillar Men in Karas, but they're just like
there.
Yeah, they're there.
Who else even is an enemy? It's just Yoshikage Kira just like actually had a personality, which made him actually pop in that show.
Who's the villain in Golden Wind?
You haven't met him actually. Oh no, you
And we
did.
have,
No,
yeah,
it's the guy that has two personalities. Diablo or something.
Right, he is the villain, isn't he?
Yeah, that was really weird because most of us introduced like he has a double personality as this little kid, and he keeps acting like random objects around him are phones that his other personality is calling him through, and so he just grabs a frog and starts talking to his stomach.
That was so weird.
Part 5 is not the
really
best.
weird.
It's very bizarre.
That's why it's called bizarre.
Don't say.
Yeah.
I would say part
I'm
3.
mostly done with her.
Part 3 is the best. Part 4, part 2, part 1, then part 5.
Okay, so part 3 is the one that...
Stardust Crusaders.
Oh, right, okay.
Then Diamond is Unbreakable. Then, shit. What is number 2? Fuck.
The Pillar Man one, whatever.
Yeah.
That one. I'm really curious.
Battle Tendency.
I'm really curious to the one that goes after the Jolene one, because that's the one where they go on that like weird horse race adventure.
That's Steel Ball Run, though.
Yeah,
That's the Western one?
Yeah, that one looks really interesting.
I want to see the Western one. I'll come
That's
back
an
to that.
alternate, but that's an alternate universe.
Yeah, sure, but whatever. It looks fun, and like.
Chat, this is me right now.
Yeah, let's talk about Yu-Gi-Oh.
It's such a weird show. Like I think Chimera, is it right? Like on that one, the Steel Ball Run is where they fight a American president that also has a stand, and he's like super patriotic and has a tattoo of the American flag like on his back. And they also encounter Jesus.
What is it, like Teddy Roosevelt or something?
No, it's some weird Japanese guy with long flowing.
Who's the U.S. president?
No, but you know what I mean. It's just like it looks like very much an anime character with long flowing locks of golden hair and a bright, like shocking pink outfit and lipstick.
All right.
But he just has an American flag on his back and has a weird brings versions of himself from other dimensions power. So he can never die. It's such an ass-pull power.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to Steel Ball Run. I think Stone Ocean is coming out. That's Jotaro from part 3. That's his daughter.
Yeah, Jolie. Yeah, I saw that one was coming out. That one takes place in like a weird super jail with like science experiment people. I think like one of the characters in that one is literally just algae made into a person.
Okay, well that sounds awesome. I was kind of disappointed with part 5, but I'll definitely check that out.
Me too. Me too. I did not like how that one went. Hoping the Jolene one is more interesting, or at least more consistent and interesting with the fights.
I love how Nick and I are talking and the chat is lost. Like heck.
I'm sorry. I do get carried away when we actually talk about.
I mean, carry on, but I don't know anything about JoJo. I don't think the chat really knows either.
Irene, how much context do you really need when we're talking about like U.S. president and all this stuff?
It's not context, but it's just like it's a weird random show.
Okay. JoJo
it has a very distinctive style, but I don't know. I can't laugh along with it because I haven't seen it. You have to see it to like laugh along with it.
You have to watch part 3 because that has everyone is 6'5" and muscular. That's how you work out muscle.
That's the only thing I care about.
Yeah, no, that's how you learn how much muscle. Yes.
Okay.
Watch
the rest of the series, having the really dumb one as the entry point.
I love so much. It's like it's really like the ending song where like they just have this shot of all 5 guys walking in a line together, and you just see each other all exactly. You're right, 5 foot, like 6'5".
And like bodybuilders.
They all have the exact same body type.
I thought that was all of JoJo's.
But that's the best part.
Okay.
What did you say, Ari?
I thought that's all of JoJo's was all like 6'5" bodybuilders.
No,
it's mostly just that season.
Because like the thing is just that the author actually like really based the original mangas very closely to when like Fist of the North Star was coming out. But actually, the more the manga progresses, the more he actually slims down the characters, and the more he He actually delves into how much he's actually a big fan of like high fashion and couture. So like they get like really slim and like weird fashion characters. That's actually the thing that's like popping out.
Not only that, but he also has a wider variety in his characters as well. Especially Diamond is Unbreakable. He had lots of variety in all the characters.
Yeah,
I
like
that
weird little fat kid that had random spikes on his head.
Okay. I think probably that kind of random humor is just not my thing. It really doesn't seem like that's something.
No. Part 3 is the best. Fine.
We are all in agreement.
I mean, I think part 4 has a plot.
There's no stopping them. They're just gonna be talking about JoJo for the rest of the stream. Sorry. See, Omar says I watched it dub for a few episodes of season 1 and I wanted to kill myself. Damn.
It is really bad.
Is kind of a tedious.
Everybody that watches JoJo tells you not to start from there.
Yeah, that's the trick. Is that if you're going to start JoJo, you cannot start from the beginning.
The only good thing about that first season is the fact that there's all that dog cruelty because they just kind of it's just bizarre.
Yeah, lots of dog cruelty at the beginning of that. But
I found it. Let me share screen.
Oh yeah, people who are just joining this is I'm drawing the chapter 2 cover for Fiendish. Let me finish showing the chat. Let me finish.
No, JoJo's is more important.
No, Jesus. This is a chapter 2 cover for Fiendish, so I'm almost done with Ragna. I might start inking the tiger or something as well. But okay, now you may talk.
I'm sorry, but this is now a JoJo stream. This is the part, where they all strike a pose. Yeah, and they're all 6'5".
Oh yeah, and Irene, that guy in like the green outfit with the long red hair, he's supposed to be the sensitive, artsy one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and the part where he licks a cherry, that's the funniest part.
Is he supposed to be the sensitive, artsy one? Because I feel like even you and I were making the joke throughout it, where we're just like, who is he? We don't know who he is. He's just student guy. Well, he's the student.
I mean, the funny thing is just that Araki made him into a character because he was like originally like, a bad guy that turns good. And he's so inconsistent that like he showed him on the first episode and he's like, ooh, I drew something on my sketch pad and something bad happened to the characters. Clearly Araki completely changed his mind after the first time he showed him and just made his power have nothing to do with painting. So he was just painting while something bad was happening. It was completely unrelated. So much stuff is so badly planned on that season.
Yeah, okay, I don't get it.
Kakuin is the best.
I don't get why any of that is entertaining.
is going to boot us all.
I'm trying not to, but I'm kind of losing my mind. I have no idea what's going on. Please.
Your finger is just like trembling, hovering over the kick button.
We will start with JoJo Part 3 in the watch party.
I get enough of random JoJo memes I don't get from Danielle.
No, it's not. We'll watch JoJo Part 3. It's the best.
I will not be joining. I just don't get it. I understand it's a beloved show. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I was so surprised that we were actually.
It's
right.
Battle Tendency is season 2. That's Joseph. That one's good, I guess. I just like the part where he pulls out a Tommy gun out of nowhere and he just unloads it on a vampire. Remember that part?
Thank you, Billy.
Joseph just pulls out a Tommy gun.
Everyone, we have a savior of the stream. Someone, a wonderful, amazing person is here to save me from this hell. Because I am incapable of thinking of another topic of conversation, but welcome, Boob Dan.
Yeah, let's talk about this.
Please. Let's talk about Goblin Girl. Yeah, let's talk about Goblin Girl. Save me.
I was just eating something and I swallowed it down the wrong pipe because I didn't notice what you were working on over here on the right for some reason.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's
This is that Irene is like really hoping for a change of topic, but then Boop is like, yeah. So anyway, I'm a huge fan of JoJo. So
God! I will kick myself.
Who's JoJo?
I will remove myself from the conversation.
Who's JoJo?
It's fine. You don't.
Are we talking about Bizarre Adventures, JoJo,
Yeah.
or something else?
This is a stream of all about it.
JoJo rabbits.
I
That's my
haven't seen
avatar.
this show, so I'm really lost.
I haven't seen it either.
Thank
It's
you.
the end.
I'm a Fist of the
this-
North Star guy.
Ugh.
So
You might like JoJo, but
This
we
is
should
why we're
probably
friends,
talk
Dan.
about it.
I could put on one of these. It has like a cops thing on it. But if I wanted to look like one of the JoJo people,
That's yeah.
that hair.
Great.
Yeah. You just need to like add a weird sensor bar behind it so that your
some
hand
fancy little
holds it onto your head.
sparkle, some little sparkling little stars around me, and little curly hair, and be like,
And be 6'5" and smoke cigarettes, but also be 17.
All I know about is he like
Hats that they
18?
sell out there that have like hair on the back of them.
I've actually seen them.
All I know is he has this weird cap that the back is frayed and it just blends into his hair and it makes no fucking sense.
yeah, there you go, girl.
That's
Say
all,
your
I
piece.
feel like that's all I need to know.
Yeah.
Say your piece, queen.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Dumb.
Yeah, now I
God.
have to rewatch part 3 now that Nick mentioned it.
So, not because I don't have like a million things that I'm doing, but I decided to help my buddy Jason out of Absolute, book 2,
Ooh.
and I'm doing a mini comic for his book.
Oh my gosh.
Here's
I
the
like how
cover.
Dan's just like I'm just randomly doing a mini comic.
This is the cover to it.
Nice.
So you're doing like an ash can?
Yeah, it's gonna be an ash can. It's basically he's got an action sequence at the end of his book that's like 6 pages, and so he decided not to draw it for some reason. So I'm drawing the sequence.
Wait.
And it's super difficult because it's basically a werewolf and a samurai guy killing a bunch of people in an alley.
Wait, but Dan,
That sounds fun.
So like
Exactly.
he had this scene in his book when he didn't draw it. So like, are you just jumping in and like having yours the art style change in the middle of that?
Well, this is going to be a separate thing. It's basically he has his book, which he's doing, and I guess at the end there was a battle sequence that he was thinking about drawing, but it was going to add more pages. There was some reason why he didn't.
Oh, he cut it out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So
I
now
thought you literally said that like it's there, but he didn't draw it.
no, well, he didn't draw it. He came up with the concept for what the action scene was, and he definitely didn't draw it. But he was like, I don't know. He's like, because he was trying to think of something to like put on his campaign as like a added thing.
Oh.
And I'd mentioned I was like I could do like a print for you or something like that. And he sent me some cash or whatever to do a print. And then I was like, why don't I just draw a short story for you?
That's
And he was
Dan
like-
for you. It's just
he was like,
I might as well draw an entire comic overnight.
well, it's not an entire comic.
I'm
It's
so
only 6
jealous.
pages. And then the rest of it,
I'm
the rest of
commending
it is going to be all my absolute like fan art that I've done like over the past couple years. So there's a couple there's a couple Frog G pieces in there. And so those are going to be in the back, and then the front part's just going to be this like 6-page like melee thing of these people getting killed. So
Oh, that sounds fun.
yeah, it was
Oh,
like right
yeah.
up my alley. I was like,
And also that's a cute looking cover. It makes me think of a Usagi Yojimbo cover.
Oh yeah.
Huh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Doesn't remind me of that.
yeah.
I forgot about that series.
Oh, and
I
I
know.
spoiled the surprise Dan about Goblin Girl, and
What about Goblin Girl?
you
You
know
spoiled the surprise that we're doing the thing
Who did?
me
Chimera
When did you do that?
earlier
in the stream.
Oh, in this stream?
Let's all
all the
meet him
pages
in the
now.
alley later.
No, Dan has
Yeah.
to outdo me by showing all the pages now.
Hold on.
He's getting all the pages.
Yeah, he's gonna show all the pages.
I'm not showing pages because Chimera doesn't get anything for ruining the
There
surprise.
you go. There you go. Hey Dan. Dan.
Yes.
You have to come on here and properly promote Goblin Girl.
I will.
sometime.
Let me know when. Let me know when you're available. Like
Next
I will-
week. I'm super open right now.
This week? Yeah, I
Next
can do
week.
this
Well,
week.
Next
Thursday.
next week. Next
Oh,
Wednesday?
next week. Next Wednesday is fine.
Perfect.
Yes.
Next Wednesday, Goblin
Yes.
Girl, everybody.
There you go.
Yeah.
And we will reveal more about the special collaboration.
Yes.
I'll
When does
reveal
your
it first.
campaign close?
We may. My campaign closes. I think the first 30 is like Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay.
It's
Oh,
weird.
wow.
It closes the first 30s on Thanksgiving. The second 30, the big closeout, Christmas.
Oh, that's so perfect.
Wait,
Oh, it's
sorry guys.
funny.
Like, I'm always the one that's kind of like not knowing how this works. Like, what do you mean, like the
I
first
don't know
and first
either.
and second?
You
Oh,
extend.
you usually run a campaign by default is 30 days, but on Indiegogo you can extend it to 60 days.
Yeah,
it
and
doesn't
then from
operate
there
like
you can put it in demand.
So
That's why I've been funding for so long.
I thought
That's
it was
why
like
Arena's champion.
after the 30 days, it was the in demand.
No,
you can
choose
extend it.
to extend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like
Oh,
Kickstarter at all, where you have to do all 60 days. You can split it up, and then it becomes in demand, which is like a store.
Yep.
That's why it's so much better than Kickstarter.
Yeah, I just like the funding model more. There's so much more flexibility. And just like having in demand is great.
We'll
Gosh.
get to show off my Blingo design next Wednesday as well.
Oh, yeah.
I've been telling myself I gotta give you something back. I can't take that for free. I gotta do something for you.
You can do a print for chapter 2 of Goblin Girl, Aragna, and Blingo. You want to do that? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Are you down?
Me? I'm always down.
Oh, that's the AC. You can do it too, but you can finish a pinup in like an hour. So
yeah, I already did a pinup. I already kind of did a pinup of that, but it's not really a pinup. It's just the 3 of them because I was trying to get the sizes worked out.
Yeah, I've done a few passes.
Looking 18.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be doing the cover, but I gotta do it. I'll do it. I'll have it ready to show at least the inks by next Wednesday because I've been mostly just like figuring out the style.
Yeah,
it's been taking a while. Like what works.
The little piece I did just as a like kind of like a test just to see what it would look like. So,
which looked awesome. Of
I gotta
course.
That piece. I don't know what we'll do with that one. We'll do something with it, but I got to put Blingo in there, so I got to make a new one.
Hell yeah! I kind of want to see some of your interiors before I do the cover as well, just to know what's going on. But you said it's just gonna be like.
Yeah, I could get some. Most of my interior stuff right now is pencil sketches, but I could show you something, I guess, of it. Yeah. Not right now, though.
After the stream, after Chimera's not here.
I'll try and get some stuff this week on it, so it's a little clearer, and then I'll show it to you.
All right.
Because so far, the only thing I had so far, like, I barely have the introduction part of the 3 of them together. I kind of was like making the connective tissue of Goblin Girl going through the looking glass sort of type thing or whatever to get into their realm.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm still kind of working out the logistics on how she's going to get back.
Oh, no.
It's like a weird thing. I'm like,
I can tell you, I have in-world stuff that can work with that.
Okay, cool. We'll save that for backroom chatter.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I was playing with. Yes. So,
yeah. Everybody talking about their OCs and how their world works. Like, let's make a collab together. Actually, yes, like in my world, the energy kind of works a little bit similar. We can probably connect it similarly.
Wow,
don't make fun of us for going on about the world we build. This is DM.
That was great.
Check out what I got today.
I do.
I got my Frank Frazetta Conan action figure in the mail.
Oh, nice.
I liked all that stuff. That was great.
Hey.
That is nice.
Yeah,
that's
nice.
a fun looking Conan.
Possible too.
Muscle.
Hey, muscle reference.
Oh, can you actually show
the muscle reference
that painting sword?
Look at the back.
I need to buy a figure like that. That's what the back looks weird though. I'm gonna be honest.
It looks weird because it's segmented into 2 parts so that it's bendable.
Oh.
Like it's a page. So if I if I bend his back inwards a little bit, it's a little more accurate because it's splaying the midsection a little bit. So now
Okay, yeah,
it's a
that
little
looks
more-
a little more.
But he's got a bunch of cut marks on his back. That's also
Okay.
part of it. Like there's a big slash up his back on that side.
Mm.
Can the sword actually be unsheathed?
Yes. There's two different
Nice.
swords that it comes with. There's one that's like a curved, like Arabian one, which oddly enough looks more like the one that's hanging off him in the painting. But this sword that's in this sheath is the one in the painting where he's holding it out and it's like sticking down. But there's the sword. It's like.
Oh, let me full screen you again. Look it up. Ink says, how much is that? Do you mind disclosing that?
This was like $80 with shipping.
Ooh boy.
It was a
That's a
112 collectible, which is like a NECA, like high-end Mezco, I think it is actually.
Mm-hmm.
They did a Death Dealer that I wanted to get, and fuck, it like was just gone instantly.
I
Yeah.
bet that like everybody knows that picture, even ones that don't know Frazetta stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cool. That
Like,
they
That's
come with a
awesome.
horse or just by itself?
Just by itself.
Okay.
I could get a horse because they what do you call it? He's the same size as the Mythic Legions figures by the Four Horsemen, and they make horses for their Mythic Legions one, so I could easily get a horse and he would fit on it. I have him in front of my demon horse that's down here. Let's see if I can. No, I can't do that. No.
Figurine time.
Maybe if I do
Figurine.
this.
By the way, guys, this is how I am not a fast artist, and now you can tell it's been like 2 hours.
Not
but
a fast artist.
I
Mike.
I actually like speed things up and go really rough when I'm doing like the live streams like on Fraga's channel and stuff, but I'm taking my sweet time. I want the lines to be perfect here. So this is how I normally ink. I'm pretty slow. Ooh, let's see.
Nice.
Yeah, this is.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, this. I just finished this for Mary Boys.
Oh wow, he has multiple things going on.
Yeah, this is not the Dan Art Show.
It's not the Dan Art Show.
Oh no! I want to see it. I'm welcome.
The Hellion
Please.
stream of
Please.
Irene Super Channel. You want to see my Star Trek
We'll
book?
quite
thing
have a
I've been
super
working on?
channel, but ooh, yes. Hey!
Oh, I really like that ball on the back.
Here's a variant
Yeah.
version of that cover piece
Ooh.
with the starship
Yeah.
flying down.
Can't see much on that one.
Yeah, it's harder to see. It's pencil. Crap.
Yeah, someone in the chat brought up she's the Frag October champ. Yeah, she.
Yes. She's gonna have a giant belt.
Thanks to everyone who voted. Thank you very much.
I think you broke
Thank you.
Aaron Wilpresti. He keeps mentioning it on streams.
What? No.
I'm not even joking.
Why? It was super close. I don't know.
Destroyed him.
No.
It's all right.
This piece
I
was
destroyed him
fucking
in
awesome.
June. It's only fair that we kill him twice.
Oh, did you won over him in June?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm usually very humble, but I'm pretty sure I killed everybody in June.
Okay. But you know what? Yeah.
The rogue
think
that I did was pretty good. Like,
that was a good rogue. No.
it
And
like
you're fast as shit too. So
the
these
only way
streams are
Aaron
perfect for you.
Lepresti kind of like ruled over me that month, in my opinion, was because he did that one and then he did the Hulk piece afterwards. So he did two in the time that we all did one. So,
Ooh.
but I would say his
Pretty good.
rogue, his Savage Line rogue was nice, but it was just kind of her sitting on a log. It wasn't very energetic or.
I like the way he does lines, though. Honestly,
Yeah.
I really do like his art. I was surprised that I won over him because I liked his darkness more. But
I don't know if I remember seeing his. I liked
thank
yours
you,
a lot.
audience.
Did you do two different darknesses?
No, I just did one.
Aaron I think he did 3. He was like drawing on 3 different pieces of paper. I saw him sketching.
Yeah, no, I only did like one version.
She won by 6 votes, so it was pretty close.
It was very close. So
I
yeah,
wrote it for
and
you.
it's probably it was just chance. I don't know. Like I feel like I'm okay with my darkness piece, but I'm very proud of my Frankenstein because I feel like that's the one where I nailed like what I wanted in my head, like the emotion, and I know the character. I honestly I don't know darkness. I know it's foreigner, but it was like I feel like I didn't know the character. I didn't really bring the emotion out, so I wasn't happy with it.
Also,
But,
she
I
smoked-
tried.
She smoked flag
Harder
with the
to-
early Battle Angel.
What name?
I was gonna say it's the darkness picture is also it's a character that's a lot harder to actually be able to innovate on because it just has like a set face all the time, and then he's just like it's a devil, so it's like just I don't know, horn stuff, hell stuff. I've seen a bunch of fan art of it. Like I don't think it ever really looks that great just because the guy is impactful for the movie because it's just cartoonish. But when you actually draw him, it starts actually drawing that much attention.
I think now that I've drawn him, because I feel like drawing him, I was just figuring out all the details. Like, what's all this shit on his pants? But now that I've drawn him and I know how everything is structured, I could do a much better piece. But it's just like, you gotta like practice and have sketched or at least know the character. You know how you know the character, you have a feel for it, and when you draw it, everything just flows better.
Because you have an interest in it.
Yeah, and I really like Bernie Wrightson's Frankenstein. I'm pretty proud of the Alita as well. But I will say that the Alita, I'm pretty proud of that, but honestly that was probably a little unfair. Because it was anime, and Dan doesn't really draw anime.
Even in the live action anime version, they had the huge eyes. So it's like you just have a leg up on that.
Well,
yeah.
Well, in that stream, I suggested Shinji. I'm really upset mine was not chosen.
Oh gosh, I would have loved to see a lot of
sorry,
people just try and draw Shinji and make it interesting because he's just little Japanese boy.
How do you?
Yeah, you know what? That's a fucking challenge.
He's supposed to kind of just look normal and stuff. So it's like for a stream that everybody's trying to do it better than it, asking something like really mundane is like I would kind of like to see that. I think that someone would try and like
Probably at least in a suit.
I was actually gonna say like kind of like how they tell you in concept art classes to like never draw anything with a gun because that's cheating. Like you can make anything look cool with a gun. I think someone would try and choose like get a Shinji done quickly and then draw the Ava unit behind. Just like oh gosh, I just thought it would fit.
Oh no! I would have done. I think I would have killed that because you wouldn't draw him like looking boring. I would draw him just like freaking the fuck out, having a mental breakdown.
No, just draw him like my avatar.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
See my avatar? Just draw him like that.
No, I would love it if someone actually drew the mug meme, but when he's like popping out of the mug, and then there's another one popping out of the mug. I love that one. That looks really funny.
I think I would have done good with any Ava thing. You know what? Who's hard? The Shinji's not that hard because he has emotions. Ray would be hard.
I guess so, but it's like
looks pretty.
I disagree.
Like at the same time, she's a cute girl, so it's really easy to just make an interesting picture out of her. Just like also garner favor from a chat.
She
So
also
you can
gets
just
like
make a
beat
pin
up a lot.
Yeah, you can just get a pin up or something, or you can rip her up. Oh, you could do Ray, duplicate Rays and just like have them when Ritsuko actually is melting them in the tank. That'd be awesome.
It's been a while since I've seen the show.
That'll be hard to do in an hour though. But that would be. Oh, just draw Giant Ray.
Yeah, I guess that's.
I'm like, I suppose that works. No, that was fun. That was a fun challenge. What is he? Dan's still doing like drawing streams every day, right? He's doing like a November thing. I don't know how he does it.
I don't either.
Oh, by the way, Dan, from the picture that you were showing before with that guy with the eye stalks, I don't know if that's a character that people know, but it's like, what are the eye stalks out of that guy?
Which guy?
You had like him like on the background of like some characters in the front, but then there was
the
like
guy
this.
with the mouth.
Yeah, there was like this guy like having like some fangs and like showing a cool mouth, but then he had like something like eye stalks or something kind of
like
bending.
tentacles coming out where his eyes should be or something.
Oh yeah, that's my Star Trek book.
What is he? What is he? Or what are the?
it's kind of the storyline is a little bit like this, like Star Trek: The Motion Picture, where what the premise is that it was a monkey that was sent into space by the Russians.
Mhm.
So it's a cosmonaut chimp, and it came across some sort of like space gas that bonded with the monkey, and then made a new entity, a new life form, and it's like a bunch of like tentacles, like a blob thing coming out of the corpse of the monkey.
Oh, I love that. Cool.
So,
all right.
and it's just like, it's kind of like a gelatinous sort of, I don't know, like it's weird. It's got tentacles to it, but it's also gelatinous.
So it's like an ooze.
It kind of like an ooze. It's like a space glob, and it gets it eats its way through the hull of the ship, and then they go in there, and it's trying to get to the energy source of the ship and eat it, and so they go down in there, and the captain guy has to blow a hole in the side of the ship so he can ventilate himself out into space so it doesn't get him, and then it goes out into space and it comes after him basically. It's trying to get it out of the ship.
Sounds really badass.
Are you gonna do some of the of your shiny rendering on those ooze tentacles?
There probably will be a lot of stuff like that in it. I don't think it's going to be the book. I think it's just going to be black and white, but I'm not sure. The idea initially was to have it finished to be just a bonus thing, like that we would just give people with the Goblin Girl, but I don't know how close I'm going to be to done with that by that time. I thought I had the pages here because I have,
especially when
I
you
have like
many
16
comics that you're
pages.
doing.
I have 16 pages of it drawn, and it needs to be at least 22 to be just like a little mini floppy. So
You can, if it's an ash can, you can do. 16.
yeah,
That's fine. You can get it printed.
well, it's the
Yeah,
story's not finished at 16. Like right now, where I got to is he's vented himself out into space, and he's like floating out there, and then this other chick who's kind of like the I guess she would be like the Worf of the crew. She's like she's like the astromechanic / security officer. She goes out with this little. They have like this robot that kind of looks like R2-D2 with like one big, like eyeball, like lens thing, and she can use him like a backpack or as like a workbench or like whatever. And so she's goes out there and he's flying around. He's keeping her from getting absorbed by the creature thing or whatever. So, and that's where I was at with the story. So.
The ass is coming along nicely.
What's coming along nicely?
The ass.
Yes.
You can see her ass. You can see her
like
hip.
Yeah, looks good.
Oh, thanks.
Wait, are you coloring the cover? I thought Nick does colors.
No, I color the covers. I colored a chapter 1 cover.
Were you just making a selection just now? Is that
So
it?
this is the cover?
I was masking out. See.
Is this like a book 2 cover?
No.
Yeah.
Yes, this is a book 2 cover.
Ah.
So here's the full thing. Let me
Nasty
just
how?
turn.
Why are you just layer? You're not making unnecessary layers now, are
Nice.
Huh? What?
They
Are
keep
you?
getting frozen.
Am I what?
Oh gosh. You're not making unnecessary layers, are you? Just
How am I making
combine those
unnecessary?
layers.
How am I making unnecessary? Ragnar's 2 layers. 1 layer, 2 layers.
Why not
Because
just
I
one
want.
layer?
Because I might want to like edit the shading behind her, and I want to just have that mask out so I can draw
Okay.
behind her.
All right.
She criticizes me for having a million layers, and
It's true though.
mostly I just because it's easier to edit things out. Also, when I color it, see what I have every character in a folder. You can see my working, right now, my process. So I have some duplicates. I'll delete them, but that way I can actually it'll be easy for me to separate the colors and have some like atmospheric haze between the characters and shit. So yeah, I like to have everything separate. Usually, even when I ink a page, like the characters and the backgrounds are separate. It's a perk of working digitally, and if your computer can handle it, then why not?
Hey Dan, did you watch the stream earlier?
Which stream?
The one where I was wearing this?
No.
Dan is
Goblin mask.
impressed.
He's very proud of that mask.
Are you not impressed because it doesn't have boobs?
I thought it was a cool find.
It's what is that from?
I don't know. I bought it like 15 years ago.
Oh, you did? It's it's a long proboscis of a nose there. It's got
Well, it's a goblin. That's a goblin.
Norman Turbo says the green-haired wizard is a total babe. She is. She's awesome.
That was the opposite reaction I was looking for.
What reaction were you looking for?
Yeah,
it was a goblin. You know, we're goblin. Never mind.
Wise guys, thank you. Yes, like, comment, and subscribe. Even though this is,
I was trying to figure out what it was from because it kind of looked like the Blix character from Legend, but the nose is like super long on it.
No idea.
I was like, is it from something? Like, I didn't know if it was from an anime or what, and I was expecting
just some Halloween mask I bought in like 8th grade.
I've got an Alf mask around here somewhere.
An elf.
Like with is it all rubber or does it actually have
It's
hair?
all rubber with like fur where like the hair is supposed to be on the head.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably all rotted away though. It's from like the 80s.
He froze again.
Oh my gosh.
It's perfect.
I'm kind of used to it by now.
There was this one part where he was staring at me with a disapproving look, and we couldn't tell if he was frozen or not.
Right. Is this just Nick, or is his internet actually shitting itself? Should I continue? Or should I keep on inking this?
Nick, what did you say?
Oh, we didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
They've returned.
Should I keep on going? We've been going for a while.
What were you
Is he
meaning to?
talking? I can't. He was moving his mouth, and I couldn't hear anything.
No, Eric AC was talking.
Yeah, I was just joking around.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He goes mute when AC starts talking.
Irene, you had talked about like Star Wars a while back, and like watching that one with like the baby goblin. Have you guys?
Mandalorian?
Yeah, that one. Have you guys?
Baby goblin. Yeah, I never thought I'd describe him that way.
Accurate.
Have you guys actually? I've been hearing a lot of reviews of people that enjoyed it. Have you guys watched the thing called Visions? That is a bunch of anime and clips, or short stories animated for about Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, I watched them.
No.
The Japanese ones.
I
Were
haven't.
they any good?
What did you guys think
good.
of it?
I liked them.
Oh, okay.
I felt, I don't know. I mean, they're way better than like, what was it, the Rebellion or whatever it was that they did.
Star Wars.
Not Rebels. Like I liked Rebels and Clone Wars, but the other ones were, and the Bad Batch is all right, but some of the other ones were just like really bad. But
The one after Clone Wars.
I think. Well, no, there's one after Clone Wars, Rebels, which isn't too bad. Like the first season's a little rough, but then like it really takes off and it's really good.
Yeah.
You said Visions was Japanese made?
Mm-hmm. They're all
explains
Japanese
it.
shorts.
They got a bunch of different directors to just do all of them. Like, and I think two of them are done by Gainax people.
Ooh, that's why it's
There's
good.
one that is straight up Star Wars Astro Boy.
Yeah.
Yo!
And it is so beautiful to look at. It's like really.
I mean, a lot of
amazing.
them are very pretty to look at. I haven't watched the whole thing, but I've seen clips of the different stories.
Yeah.
I really like the look of the Ronin one. That looked really cool.
The one at the very beginning, the one was like rotoscope looking.
Is this?
Yeah.
FT2 looks like Cal Arts. Here, let me share my screen. What the fuck? Well, now I have to watch this. I have Disney Plus. I pay for that, so I'm not being.
Yeah, the Cal Arts episode of Star Wars, I even kind of
At
like.
least you pay for something.
The
Yeah, I'm
one
sure
where
it's green.
the one where they've got like a rock band that's very like Japanese, like 80s.
Yeah,
I
this.
enjoyed that one. Yeah, I really enjoyed that one. A lot of people hate that one, but I really like that one.
Oh, it's like the Animatrix. Everyone is a different
Mhm.
style.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, since Irene had started talking so much about Star Wars for about a while, I assumed that she had checked it out.
No, I was just a big fan of Mandalorian. I'm actually not a huge Star Wars fan, but The Mandalorian was really good. I'm surprised. You guys should check it out if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's really good.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think I'll watch this. There's a samurai. That looks pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
There's a couple samurai ones.
Okay.
There was one that I felt like could have been really good, but they wussed out on the storyline a little bit.
Which one?
Which was the one where the Japanese guy and his Padawan is like a black kid. They're going
when
out to the outer rim.
The little Sith guy.
The Asian, like the Chinese looking like old man that's like a Sith guy or whatever they find.
Yeah. Mhm.
I felt they did a whole thing of like, oh, I wasn't quite dead yet. I'm okay. I just need to heal up for a little bit. Like that element of the story I thought was like cheesy. I was like, no, like they should have just killed that character and it would have been way more impactful. Like story wise, you would have been like, damn, like sometimes shit goes bad and you just have to deal with it.
At least from what I saw of that one, I feel like that would create an issue because the main Jedi Master guy is so quiet that clearly that Padawan is there just so that he has a wall to actually bounce.
But see, that would go further into the psychology of why he'd be a quiet dude, where it's just kind of like he's trying to like. Are we allowed to spoiler? Does it matter? Because this is like out there. Because I feel like dancing around it, kind of like
just dance around it.
Okay, spoilers. If you don't want spoilers, pause for like a minute and then come back.
Okay,
all right.
So I feel like when the Padawan went up to that dude, he should have just became Swiss cheese, like because that's what he basically. The fact that the good dude just wounded him was ridiculous. He would have killed him. Like that was just dumb. So
yeah, they really show that guy off to be really cool. The fact that a Padawan survived that is a little.
I mean, well, they were trying to. The statement I think they were trying to show there with that episode was that even with the Sith abilities, as you get older, you still have the weakness of time. That like your body's gonna deteriorate, even being a Sith user, and to a certain degree, he was like. That old Sith guy knew he was like dying sort of thing, I think. And so he kind of wanted to go out against a Jedi, basically, was what the feeling I got from that. But the fact that he goes up against the Padawan guy and doesn't just straight kill him, I thought was like weak. And it would have been way better if he died because it, like, not to say that Padawans are a dime a dozen, but to a certain degree, like, at some point that's probably going to happen in that world. You know what I mean? Like, there'll be a Padawan that might get in a bad situation. They might lose one, which would explain why the guy he's like a quiet dude because he's kind of like, you know, like he's gone through a lot of loss of that. He's probably gone through a few Padawans, probably fighting Sith or whatever. You know, it's probably happened. So I was just kind of like, it would have been interesting if because that would have been the first time you'd ever seen something like that. That would have really, because other than that element, the rest of it was just kind of like, it's like, all right.
I mean, I don't even know a lot about Star Wars, but I do know that scene where, you know, Skywalker lights up his lightsaber and he's about to kill all the Padawans. So I don't think that's the first time where little kids are maimed.
Right. But I mean, well, that was little kids. This is showing like a Padawan in training, like
those are younglings.
Yeah, getting eaten by the universe, as it were. That was my only thought about it. I was like going, it would have been interesting to see them going out on this policing mission, and the guy loses his Padawan because usually you see like the master gets lost and then the Padawan has to step up, you know, sort of thing. So I thought it would have been interesting where it's like, damn it, he's got to collect the pieces like of this sort of failed situation. I thought would have been interesting story-wise, which is why I love the last one, which there's no spoilers on that one. That one was fantastic.
Which again, it's just like I don't know them. I've only
I
seen,
don't remember what the plot line, like the whole premise of the last one was. I just remember there was like it was some weird thing where he was sent on a mission to go protect a like an emissary's daughter or something like that.
Well, it says on the synopsis, a Jedi returns to his forbidden love to help her kingdom from a Sith-like shogun.
Yes.
Okay,
that's the last one, right? The very last one.
Yeah, episode 9.
Yeah, that one is so good. Like, it was like you want to talk about like everybody's like, oh, Rain Johnson, he subverted expectations. That one really subverts your expectations of where you think it's going to go down, which is why I really appreciated that one. I was like, ooh, that's interesting.
Is that the like very
That's
stylized, like shocking colors, like Dynax
kind
one?
of? It reminded me a little bit of that Redline animation sort of looking type stuff, because I remember like the Sith Lord was like a super buff like female Sith chick.
Mm-hmm.
And she was definitely more powerful than the Jedi guy. And so it was interesting how the thing played out, like where it went to story wise. Like, I don't know, like I was really impressed with that one. I was like, damn, that was unusual, the angle they went with that. I thought it was cool. And then the other one that was really neat was the one where they did it was like an Agatha Christie mystery of like who the Sith was within the group. And there was like, it had a little bit of Pulp Fiction going on where like you were watching two parallel stories as they came together, and then when they came together you were like, okay, then who's the betrayer in this situation, like sort of thing. Like a bunch of people were called to like an equivalent of like a lighthouse in space type thing. And they were there to get lightsabers, basically, from this saber designer guy or something like that. I think it was, or something. Or they had kyber crystals there or something. I can't remember what the deal was. But somebody betrayed them and sent them there to get the Jedi killed or whatever sort of deal. So I thought that one was a really, really good story. I like that one story.
Do you remember the original director, not the Clone Wars CGI, but the 2003 series? He has a Russian name I can't pronounce.
Oh, Genndy
Tarkovsky? Yeah, he did a show called Primal. It is so good.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Super famous.
I've seen some of that.
Tarkovsky?
Yeah.
I still haven't seen it. I really want to watch it.
Reenie's like, he's super famous, guys. What are you talking about?
I don't know how to pronounce it.
You're telling me about people that I don't know. You don't know Tarkovsky.
I don't know how to say his last name.
Like,
I know who he is.
Him. Okay.
He did Dexter's Laboratory.
Look at the face!
Oh.
So good.
Well, to be fair, she's been dealing with me for 2.5 hours. So.
Yeah, it's kind of. I'm mildly losing my mind already, if you can't tell.
Let's talk about JoJo's.
What was that?
We're ending this trip. Chris says the Mandalorian is the only watchable Star Wars thing to come out after Disney acquired the property. Oh, from what I've seen, yeah. I watched the trilogy. Boring. I just thought it was boring.
I agree.
Yeah. It wasn't like, oh my god, it was so bad. It was just boring. It was flashy, but completely forgettable.
Like, as much as people say they hated that first movie, I think there was lots of potential that could have been the kernel to see some really cool stuff afterwards, and they just never went there with it.
The first one was not that bad. It's set up like, ooh, this is interesting. And then after that, it just like took a giant shit and rolled in it.
The problem is Rey was too good at everything. She was both a Jedi plus she had.
But you know what? I like that was stuff that I wasn't even thinking about for like the longest time in the beginning. Like the main stuff that it was like selling me was like, ooh, like we get to see Harrison Ford one more time doing something, and then
you get to see all three of them together. Not even a Star Wars fan. It's
yes,
like, I want to see them together.
Terrible maneuver.
I could not make out what you said, like between the screeches. Like who needs to be together?
They didn't manage to get Han Solo, Leia, and Luke Skywalker together ever. And then of course they can't do that anymore now because Han's like half of them, they're all dead now. But they just, and also Carrie Fisher, they didn't do it. How do you drop the ball on that?
I don't know. That was terrible. That was like I totally agree with you there. That was my biggest problem with that one. That, but like there was like stuff in there that could have been cool. The other thing that was I feel and I get the whole thing of like, oh, an actor's face is what you're selling, like when you're selling a movie. But I don't feel like Kylo Ren should have ever been out of the mask.
Yeah, he just
my personal opinion, because he was when he first showed up and he was in that mask and he was stopping laser fucking blasts with his hand.
Yeah,
and he was like just fucking shit up. He was way more menacing than when he took that thing off and he was like, oh, hey everybody, oh. Like, and he was like,
yeah, he was just very unintimidating, and he just felt like an insecure boy.
Yeah,
after a while, I was like, why did you ruin that? That could have been.
Yeah, he was a Sith Lord.
Exactly. It would have been way cooler if they saved that for later. He takes it off and he's like just this younger looking guy, and then he would have went, oh well, fuck, it's this dude been hiding behind this mask this whole time. You know what I mean? Like, it would have made more sense.
Are you saying he was a Sith Lord who was a soy boy?
No,
just like they didn't portray. Wasn't able to take him seriously as a threat.
Yeah. Once you showed his human face and he had a very like just kind of.
He had like those temper tantrums too, which is like, this is so childish. Yeah. I'm not scared of this person.
Yeah.
It was really half-assed. It was like weirdly done.
Yeah.
Are they taking their own movie seriously or not?
I forgot to ask. Did you ever watch Primal, Irene?
No.
Oh, it's really good. There's no dialogue.
I've heard, I've heard tons about it, but I was really busy when it came out, and I just never got to watch it. But
hey
I know
guys,
I should.
I think we're gonna peace out for today.
Oh, okay.
Well,
we've been going for a while. It's almost 3 hours.
Oh yeah, you've got 3 hours on the clock.
We should probably. All right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up anyway. So if you wanna, hang out too. Close out and tell everybody where to find you. But thanks for joining me. I haven't done a draw stream in a long time, so it was kind of cool. I had no idea if this would be interesting. It would just be me sitting here silently drawing and nobody paying attention. But I'm glad it wasn't that way.
We got to talk about JoJo's. Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
We'll be here next week to talk about JoJo.
More JoJo, yes.
Oh, it's just Dan, help me. No, we won't. We will be talking about Goblin Girl next week, friends.
Yeah, next Wednesday.
Yeah, next Wednesday with some
special
reveals. With some special reveals.
Yeah.
And we will not be talking about JoJo because Goblin Girl will be so intriguing and it'll be awesome. We're going to be dropping some bombs. So come tune in next Wednesday.
English as well that week too. So.
Yeah, we don't know about Venus. Hopefully,
and
I have these things done.
My avatar will be JoJo.
Oh god, yeah. So, anyways, next week we'll be talking about Goblin Girl, and we'll have some cool art and a cool collaboration to show.
Yes,
it'll be fun. Yeah. But I should let me pull up Goblin Girl real quick because, hey, friend, you should back Goblin Girl. I shouldn't have this pulled up earlier.
I've been waiting in the chat.
Yeah, if someone can post a link in the chat.
Post the link in the chat. Do it now.
Yes. You hit this goal really quickly.
What happened?
I mean, of course you did, though.
Do you remember a while back when Dan was still preparing his thing? He's like, "Oh, I'm worried that like there might not be an audience for this book."
I know.
I thought there'd be a couple people, but like, yeah, there's.
You were worried.
I was worried that like a handful of people would show up.
That Goblin Girl, friends.
Doing so well.
Friends,
awesome.
105 backers, and this is just still the first 30 days. So got a while to go. Hell yeah. Look at this goodness. Look at this goodness.
And it's a wraparound cover. I learned that on my stream.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that either.
Yeah, we're waiting on Billy to finish the second half. He's got some other stuff he's been working on.
I like that smile she has on her face.
That's the band image.
That would be
the band graphic.
It is. That's a good band image, and that would be like a perfect sticker too.
Yeah.
That smirk.
It may or may not be the sticker that we might be going to.
The colors look fucking great.
The colors are great. It's been kind of like a good thing and a sad thing at the same time. I listen to channels and people go, "Oh, the Goblin Girl," and I'm like, "Oh, they're gonna talk about my art," and they go, "The color work on this book is fantastic," and I'm like, "Okay."
I like, yeah.
Well, at least they mentioned my little book.
It just looks so
No,
good.
it's because your art is there. That wood does look really good. Look at that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like
It's the collaboration helps both of you shine. But this will be cool. We'll be delving more into this next week, everyone.
yes.
And also, friends, once again, Pack Fiendish. I have a comic. Hey, I have a comic. Check this out. Hey, so the color version is done, as I've announced last week, and I'm waiting for the proof. So everything is it's off to the printers, but I want to have a physical proof of the whole book because I'm printing so many copies for the color that I want. And also, it's really easy to fuck up colors in printing, so I need it to be physical to print to make sure that the colors look right. But once I get that, I'll do whatever adjustment I need. Hopefully, we don't have any problems. I test print a few pages as well. It looks fine, but that's just on my shitty home printer. So far so good. Once that proof is approved, then we'll be printing the book, and then the color books will be shipping to everybody, and then we'll be finishing fulfillment, and then chapter 2 will be up. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited about that. So yeah, check out Fiendish. Links in the description, and join us again next week. We'll be talking about Goblin Girl and boobies. Yeah. Oh, everyone. Those look like really. I want cookies now. Oh my god, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat. You guys are making me hungry. Actually, I don't like Oreos.
Really good cookies. I haven't had it.
These are chocolate peanut butter pie Oreos, though.
Oh, I don't like sweet things. No, I mean I love it. I'm sorry.
Just kidding.
No color. Thank you, wise guys. Yeah. All right. So we just hit 3 hours. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Where can everyone find you, AC and Nick?
You can find me by searching for my name, AC Zamudio, on Instagram and Twitter.
And can be found as Ink Imp on most social media, and can be contacted directly at inkimpcontact@gmail.com.
Cool. Dan?
Yes.
Everybody go.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, everybody ignore Dan. I mean.
Get back Goblin Girl, friend. On Indiegogo. You can get yourself one of these.
We broke Dan.
We'll get you one of these. You'll love it.
Go,
and you can get the book in color and black and white. And then there's the deluxe box version, which is the Goblin's Chest. And it's going to have tons of stuff in it. More stuff than we can describe on the thing because they don't let us describe too many things on the Indiegogo for some reason.
Was that a deliberate pun, Goblin's Chest? Yes, it was. I'm proud of you. This is why we're friends. I'm so excited to talk more about this. All right.
But yeah.
And
then you can follow me on Boob Dan Art and pretty much anything and everything, as well as if you look for Dan Plagle, you'll also find that fool out there doing stuff. Because I have 2 Instagram pages. There's Boob Dan Art, and then there's Dan Plagle. So
cool.
And then YouTube. You follow the YouTube because there's not a lot of people following me.
Yes, Dan does draw streams all the time.
Sometimes I need to start doing them again.
Oh yeah. Well, I
haven't done one in a while.
You should do them. Draw streams are fun.
It's exciting to see you draw. You draw so fast and so well. I imagine that would.
It's very motivating.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
Same of you. I was watching you draw on here, and I forgot to speak.
2 freaking hours to do one figure, please. I am experimenting with some things, though. So
that figure is well
on
formed.
It.
I love the forms of that figure.
Thank you, good sir. Thank you, good sir.
And my tear ducts itchy.
Well, it's good to hear. That's my aim here. Make everyone's tear ducts itchy. Chimera! Or JoJo's.
Chimera the Hut Twitter, and I should have a mailing list next week.
Oh, cool. For SOS.
Yep.
Okay. And you gotta invite me at Rainy Draws. Oh, I don't have Fiendish up, but the link for Fiendish is in the description of this video. You can follow me at Rainy Draws on Twitter, Instagram. I also have a Patreon that I need to update. I'm sorry, everybody. I've been working on the monthly drawing, but I'll have that up very soon. And also, ignore me on Facebook, please. I'm never on Facebook anymore. And that's it. Subscribe to this channel, hit like, and come back next week, next Wednesday, for another episode of Hellion Art Show. And we'll be talking about boobs and goblins. Woo! All right.
And JoJo's.
We will not be talking about JoJo's. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Bye.